All right, we're live once again, this time directly from YouTube. Let's see how that works out. Let me close this. Let me hit refresh here. Let's see if anyone pops in. I don't know yet. If you guys are there, I didn't say anyone's there. Let's see. Oh, there are people here. Okay, very interesting. So let's get to it. I've got some work to do. Step one, let me set up the stream, okay? So we're back on. You guys tell me if we have the frame rate drop problem, and I'll start getting this set up. We are live directly from YouTube this time. We were in the middle of the other stream. We were having technical difficulties. Really disruptive. We don't want that. But I noticed that the other app has gone through a big update, and something about the update causes our phone to overheat now. So that's not good, is it? All right, so let's jump in here. Okay. Pop this in here, and then let's go grab our tags. Okay, we're gonna plug our tags in. Tags are already in. That's interesting. Okay, let me make sure that this is correct then. Let me make sure I've updated this correctly, because I'm wondering if I'm updating the wrong one now. Okay. Clicking on this. Let me check this as well. Give me a second. Okay, so we're gonna jump over here, and we're gonna hit the live button. And we're gonna click on this thumbnail. Yes, good. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. So the next step is I'd like to steal this thumbnail from the other one. So we have a thumbnail. So let's download that. Save image. Okay. And now let's try and upload it to this one. How's it looking? How is the stream looking right now, guys? Is it looking okay? The camera, by the way, when I turned the stream off, the camera was very hot. Very, very hot. Much hotter than it should be. And I've had that happen before. So I've had that happen on my iPhones before. And generally what that means is there's too many things drawing power on the phone. Too much demand on the hardware. All right, let's see. I'm going to close this. So I believe we are all set. And now I need to ping the Discord server. Okay, let's get that Discord server ping. Add here. We are live again. Part 2. Okay. So I've gone ahead and pinged the Discord. Wow, it's so easy to read the comments on the YouTube app. But again, if I recall, the problem with the YouTube app is going to be that we can't get the good 1080p. That's the problem with it. So we don't want to be stuck using the YouTube app forever. Oh, no, we don't want that. Close this. Go here. Okay. All right. All right, this app is so stupid. I hate this app. All right, give me a second. No. Close. All right, so we're opening up the YouTube app again on the iPad. We're having to reset the app. And now we're going to click on this. Now we're going to click on this. And there we have it. We are back. Now, I want to check our settings and see if we can go up to 1080. I bet you we cannot. Is that right? Quality, 720. Yep. 720, that's the top. Let's see, select a specific resolution, 1080. 1080 will apply to your current videos. Try swapping into 1080p, guys. See if it works. Try seeing if that works. All right. There is 1080. Oh, thanks, Tammy. All right, cool. So we'll see how that goes. If it works in 1080, we're going to keep it. I might not even go back to the other app because I saw that, Tammy. I prefer the YouTube app. I always have. The YouTube app has got a better design for what we do. So if it continues to work, we might continue to use that. Look at how damaging one problem with your app can be. Your customers can all abandon your app if you have an issue of it overheating. But so we're going to see if this phone continues to overheat. Move your hands on the camera, dog. Okay. It already feels like the camera is a few degrees cooler, to be honest with you. Good. Good. Also, how does Zoom work? How does Zoom work? Okay. Zoom is very easy. Yeah, so Zoom is easy on the YouTube app. Very interesting. Seems like it's smoother. Where are your hands? Looks loads better. My card company is declining my sketchy eBay purchases. No, on my screen it looks blurry. Doesn't it look blurry? It's probably smoother but more blurry, right? All right, so it's good to know that we have the YouTube app to back us up if we're having trouble with the other app. Oh, there's a big delay, too. I just noticed there's like a minute-long delay. Okay. So there is a delay. All right. Steven Gonzalez, 5 packs of OP12, 1 pack of Gundam. Let's get it. We got you. Grab this. Did you see that PokeVault got scammed for $7,000? Tell me a little bit about that. PokeVault, who's that? I don't even know who that is. There's so many Pokemon guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd rather have the delay than shoddy frames. Yeah, the frames, we can't have that. It makes the stream ugly. We can't have an ugly stream. It's against the law. All right, we'll find out how to get that working again. Because I promise you, Streamlabs did something. Something has gone wrong with Streamlabs during their update. That's what's going on. Something has gone wrong. We are. All right. He sold somebody some mystery packs, and they did a chargeback on him. Wow. $7,000 of mystery packs? Here it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm pretty sure he can pursue them. You cannot just buy and open $7,000 of mystery packs and then say, yoinks, here's my money back. I'm pretty sure he can just go after them legally. There you go. That's like grand theft. In most states, if you steal like over $3,000 of stuff, that's like grand theft. So if you run a $7,000 chargeback on collectibles, nobody's wondering what just happened. You're just attempting theft. And there is definitely a pathway to get that money back. If he wants it, if he pushes for it. He knows people in the FBI, he said. No, I don't know about that. All right, let's get you your Gundam pack. Where are my Gundams? There they are. Whew, so much smoother. There we are. All right. He made a video about it. I don't even know who he is. Who's PokeVault? Never heard of him. Is he a nice guy? Did you say you got more PRB1? I did. PRB1 is in. Are you interested in that? You know, I did not do anything with the hold on, let me see. PRB1, I did not do anything with the menu. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and remove the sold out button. It is no longer sold out, I'm pretty sure. So that is ready to go. You're kind of crazy, Sarah. So it's like, I'll take all the cards. Here we are. Ooh. What's the go with T-Tar, mister? Is it a battle? This is a gym break. It's 2 spots at $35. So 2 people buying $35. If you wish, you can just buy it outright for $70. You know why? Because you're buying both the spots. So it's no longer a battle. You're just buying it. So any battle or break you see, you can just buy it outright. You don't have to do this. By the way, speaking of which, if you're looking also to lose 40 bucks, here's another way to lose $40. We have the Jumbo Pack Break. Did you guys see this? The Jumbo Pack Break has been built. Here it is. Victor's already in there. Victor's waiting for 3 more people. So here are some pulls in here. We got Digimon Promo, Prismatic, Lost Abyss. There we go. User Soft, Black, White, 151, Fates, Rivals, for $2. Oh, 6. Is 6 here? I don't know if 6 is here. We have changed the solo leveling price to $6 a pack. Here is Mewtwo. Here is Promo Dragonite. We've got Animal Crossing. We got Bleach. We got SpongeBob, and we got Naruto. There it is. I meant to tell her that. I know she likes that set. We brought it all the way down to $6 a pack. There you go. Much more affordable. Ooh, yes, much more affordable. It was at $8. That was too high of a price. I think that was just based off of what was going on at the time. It's now $6. Here it is. All right. So, Steven, how much is that break? This? $35. Or are you talking about the jumbo pack break? $40. There's 4 spots, and it's $40. One of the spots is taken. Steven Gonzalez. So it's $160 of booster packs. And so all I'm doing is I'm dividing 160 by 40, and that equals 4. So that's what it is. That's what it is. The solo leveling cards are nice. I'm surprised they ain't sell at $8. Well, they did sell at $8. They saw quite a few of them sold at $8. And now they're going to be selling at a much nicer price. Have you ever come across any X-Files trading cards? I have heard of them, but I have not bought any. Stellar Crown is labeled at $8, but for you, but is that an old price or question mark? Hey, how's it going, Silver Wings? I think you're warning me that it's too cheap, right? Let's see. Let me take a quick look at Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown. Let's see. All right. Says I should consider selling them at $10 a pack. We're going to keep them. Let me see. Even at a lower factor, it says go to 8.5. So you're right. That is an older price. It's going to change from 8 to 8.5. Let's see. There it is. It's too cheap, right? Mr. Price checks all your English Pokemon. You think all of those have changed in price? You think they've all gone up or gone down or whatever they might have done? All right, so we are done with our friend Mr. Steven. Next up, we've got Sarah Doozaberry. She says 2 boxes of PRB1, 2 boxes of PRB2, 1 spot in the pack bundle break. Woo! This episode brought to you by Sarah. Holy man. All right, let's get it. So tonight we have a booster box giveaway. I hope you guys will stick around for that. I got to set it up. So Sarah is spot number 2. That is 2 out of 4 now. We need 2 more people over there. By the way, this is very close to going off. This Gyarados here, very fancy. People are asking me for good slabs. Well, that is a good slab. He's not for sale. He's a break. Now, let's get you 2 PRB2s and 2 PRB1s. I got to step out of here, okay? I got to step out of here to get it. It's going to be out here. Whoa. Why is this always trying to fall the wrong direction? Fall the other direction. Crazy. All right, I'll set this over here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this over here. All right, there we go. Now I can walk. So nice. Oh, wow. Walking. Crazy. You know what I'm noticing, Sarah? These PRB1 boxes, the cases are so small. There's just 10 boxes in them. So you run out really fast. All right, here we are. Woo. Boop. Looking forward to the break. Good. Okay. How's the stream looking? How's the stream looking, everybody? Let's feel the camera. Ah, camera's not that hot at all now. It's not perfectly cold either, but it's not blazing hot. Okay, so we know what the problem is. The problem is the streaming software itself is the problem. Makes perfect sense. There. Okay. All right. Put an ice pack on it. Okay. Your eyes are getting heavy, 6. Take a nap. Mega Dragonite uses Durr. There you go. Okay. I have some cards that are pretty rare that I'm not sure PSA grays. Is there a way I can check if they're tradable? I just send them in. That's what I do. I just send them in. See what happens. Send one of them in with the regular submission. Problem solved. All right. Okay. Never remove this emoji or I write. You like it? You like the new Slowpoke emoji? It was nice. New emojis are nice. All right. Snipping this one. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So we've got one SR. Haha. Here's this golden card. All right. Good. Slowpoke is my favorite Pokemans. All right. Good. Ah, we got the Dawn card full art. Wow, I've opened so much of the other set that I was getting kind of used to it. All right, Dawn card full art. Good. Okay. Do you think BTC will replace the world's currency? I don't know. Do you think we will stick with us long term? I don't know. I really don't know. It's a fun idea. That does not mean it will necessarily truly occur. I think human beings are educated enough that they do not want their government's issued currency. They go, I do not want the stupid US dollar. I do not want the stupid Chinese yuan. I don't want to be owned and controlled by these big governments that print monies willy-nilly. They control the interest rates. They control who gets the loans. They spend it like it's going out of style. They just spend, and then they beg for more money, and they say, hey, we need more money. Maybe we will just borrow some more. So there's a lot of people who feel that, and they go, I don't want that. I don't want this fake money that you're forcing us to use, that you're abusing, and we know you always will abuse, because the whole history of mankind has been making up some fake money and then abusing it. That's the whole history. Every single society has done it. It's almost inevitable. It's almost inevitable. I even said if you're in a democracy, eventually the democracy votes for communism. That's just how it works. Eventually it'll occur. People say late stage capitalism. Maybe late stage capitalism is when your capitalist society votes to be communist. Right? All right, toss this over here. So people are always looking for that place where they can park their value and have no one touch it and be like, this is mine and you can't have it. And the truth of the matter is, no matter how many ways you try to figure out a way to be safe, the government just has to write up some law and you're under the thumb of the government again. That's all it really is. So Bitcoin could be a safe haven unless the government writes some law against Bitcoin. The government could just go outlaw it right now if they wanted. Here it is. And so there's no true safe network for your money. It is a digital way to store your money, though, so that's interesting. Gold's a physical way to store your money, which is not as immediately useful. But then again, gold can't be hacked. Gold doesn't rely on the internet. It doesn't rely on electricity to exist. So gold, it does just exist as a rock, but gold can melt, it can be stolen, it can be confiscated by the government. So the government can write up a policy that says no one's allowed to own gold. We're just taking it all. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what they did in the past. In the when was it that they did that? Was the when did they do that? Somebody who knows gold will tell me when the government wrote that law. That was not that long ago. The government confiscated a ton of gold because it was having a gold crisis. It is Nixon, right? It was Nixon. That was the 80s, right? The U.S. can recall gold. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like telling yourself you're safe because you put your money in Bitcoin is just about as safe as you are for putting your money in anything. At the end of the day, you can have a tyrannical government just come in and take your stuff. That's why the founding fathers were all like, oh yeah, well, you need to be able to overthrow the government if it becomes tyrannical, right? But that leads to all kinds of problems too, because your version of tyrannical might not be my version of tyrannical. And it's real messy. It's always really messy. So, but Bitcoin's fun. It's interesting. People like it. It may just go up as a result of everyone believing it should go up, you know? And I think gold is more conservative. I think that it probably doesn't have the same growth. It's not as accessible, but it's held by the banks all over the world. So gold's not out of the game, in my opinion. Fiat currencies are interesting too, because when an economy collapses, if you're just holding real cash, guess what? That's a really easy thing to have in your hand to buy houses, stocks, and other assets with. You would think gold is the ultimate thing, right? But Warren Buffett isn't sitting on a pile of gold. He's sitting on a humongous pile of cash in case there's a crash. So that's what Warren Buffett's doing. So he's ready to buy stuff if there's a crash, if a deal comes around, he says. So it's really confusing. I don't know what happens next. No one really does. It's all just betting. It's just guessing. All right. And it's a subject I like to talk about, a subject I like to obsessively think about. So you're talking to the right guy. I like talking about this stuff. You can share your thoughts and ideas about what happens next in the world. Today was kind of a big day, guys. If you didn't know that, the Federal Reserve just refused to lower interest rates, which keeps the economy down. It keeps the cost of homes high because nobody wants to pay super high. Well, not the cost, but the demand. So the demand stays low because the cost of obtaining a loan for a home is high. The home itself might actually be at a good price, but you don't want to borrow at 7%, 7.5%, or whatever it will be. My boyfriend is going to be gone for 22 hours tomorrow. Your boyfriend? Which boyfriend? Here we are. Broccoli good with stir-fry sauce. Oh, yeah, broccoli's fantastic, man. I love broccoli con pasta. You guys ever had that broccoli con pasta? We got a restaurant in St. Louis called the Pasta House, and they make a broccoli con pasta that just blows my mind every time. I miss it. We don't have it in Lake of the Ozarks. It's in St. Louis. I miss it so bad. Miss it like the flower misses the sun. All right, here goes. Does the current Pokemon market seem like tulip mania to you? Isaac is referring to something that happened in the past where the price of a tulip got so expensive that it was the same cost as a home. Sounds crazy, right? But it really happened. People were speculating on the tulip market, and tulips shot up to a really unbelievable price. I don't think it's that crazy at all. I think that Pokemon cards are this emerging thing to alternative asset to put your money into, and it's really based off of nostalgia. It is based somewhat on collectability. Like, look at this SpongeBob. He's collectible. But not really. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to go crazy for this particular SpongeBob. You know what I mean? But people might go crazy for this Gyarados Gold Star. See? So they're both collectibles, but they're part of like a collectible card game where you can play the game or you can just collect the cards, one or the other. And so this has become a very, severe obsession for people to the point that they're paying $60,000 for this little piece of cardboard. I mean, gold doesn't do that. It's really crazy. Gold went up 30% this year. I got this for $19K in January, and now it's $60,000. Gold doesn't do that. So, yeah, it's a highly speculative market, but I don't think it's like at the insanity of the tulip mania. It could come back down. Definitely. It all tends to spiral, right? The downward spiral, the upward spiral. So people see prices rising, they get excited, they jump on the train, the hype train. It's going up, and then as everyone buys in, it just keeps pushing the market up. That's how bubbles form. I can't afford English cards anymore. I think I will go back to Japanese. We need more soup talk. Yeah, soup is delicious. It is? All right. I don't think it's that crazy. I think that Pokemon cards were underpriced for a while. That's what I thought was really going on. I thought they were undervalued. Here we are. Look at these guys like PokeRev and how much ad revenue he makes. That guy likely makes $250,000 to $500,000 in just ad revenue, nothing else. I'm not talking about his profit from selling breaks, his profit from selling booster bundles or whatever he does, his profit from selling merchandise, his profit from selling commercials for whatever, I don't know if he does that, he probably does. That guy probably makes between $250,000 and $500,000 just in ad revenue per year alone, just ad revenue. So, you know, my theory was that we're in a new time period where social media has affected the collectibles market really heavily. And that as a result, collectibles are much more desirable and much more powerful. Think of like Lord of the Rings. So that's a pretty nerdy analogy. Think of Lord of the Rings. All the attention is on the one ring, right? If you've got the one ring, everyone wants it. They're all wanting it. They're all watching you. That's kind of how collectibles work. You have the right collectible, and now everyone's paying attention to you. If you'd like, I could ping you in Mr's server, and you could send it to me to be fair. What? All right. I don't know what you guys are saying. Here we are. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings Risk board game? I think I have seen that. Yeah, I think I have seen that. I like it when they do that kind of stuff. So, what kind of ring? All right. Stanky manky ring. Tosses over here. Cheesecake soup is king. Yum, yum, soup. Yum. Mmm, yummy in my belly. There we go. Everyone's after your ring. Snipping this. Okay. Okay. All right. Tossing this over here. Good. But yeah, so, you know, King Gary Pokemon's a perfect example of this. His one video on Pawn Stars has generated like 30, 40, 50, whatever million views. That is huge amounts of money. Huge amounts of money. We can even ask ChatGPT, in theory, how much money that generated. You want to ask? Let's find out, guys. Let's find out. Let's find out. Just for our science. Our job is to be informed, right? So let's see. Turn this volume down a bit. We're going to type in Pawn Stars Gary Pokemon. You ready? So according to this, let's see. Pawn Stars received 15 million views on that. That's interesting. I thought it got quite a bit more than that. Maybe that's just a different video. Maybe they have multiple videos of the same video. Yeah, look at this. This is interesting too. So the History Channel has a post of it for 2.3 million. All right. All right, so let's ask ChatGPT a question. Are you ready, guys? Okay, let's get out of here. And we're going to ask it. Pawn Stars got 15 million views on the Pokemon Gary Charizard video, where he shows off his collection of Charizards. Tell us, how much money in ad revenue do you think Pawn Stars made from this? All right, let's see. Wish there was a music channel in Mr's Discord, but there's not. We've had that before. They tend to not be used, though. That's the problem. Okay. So it says in theory that the Charizard video has generated perhaps around $70,000 to $100,000. Wow. $70,000 to $100,000, and it's a single video. Just one video. You saw the History Channel got pretty much probably the same clip, re-uploaded it, and got another 2.3. That is such a powerful thing. It's really sort of like, you know, it's the future. It's the future. It's here. It's not going anywhere. If you can generate $100,000 in ad revenue from having the largest Charizard collection, it's a really big deal. It is. I love how Mr. just stops opening the order. We gotta know. Besides the anticipation, I'm wet with anticipation for opening these packs. We are. Maybe I'll just start interviewing people about their Pokemon collections. You could. You probably could. Well, that will give you a chance to work on a YouTube channel where you get to show off stuff that, you know, you don't even have to own it. But so you would have to really hustle to get that to work. You'd have to get people to agree to do an interview with you, and that could be really difficult to do. You would have to be such a good interviewer that people want to be on your show because they know you're adding value to them. right? Instead of the other way around. If they think you're just trying to add value to yourself and you don't have anything to offer them, they're going to be like, I'm too busy. We are? All right. If I were a streamer, I'd have a rat cam. What? Here it is. Okay, we got Sanji. You like Sanji. So one Sanji popping out. Look at him. Yeah, the rat cam would definitely attract lots of cats. Here it is. All right. All right. Ooh. All right. I'm popping this into here. And we've got this Admiral guy. Very nice. Here's, this is the lovely Zubu guy. It's Zubu guy. Here's man with curved sword, perhaps. Piggy, oink. And now we have Captain Stinky Beard. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Just leaving that. Tossing this over here. All right. And we're going to move this off the table as well. Wow, Sarah's going real deep, man. We got to put you on the giveaway, Sarah. I posted it in general chat. What are you talking about? Okay, here's some hollows and this girl. Stoofy. Ooh, we dropped Stoofy. Hold on. Do. Okay, Stoofy. Okay, Admiral Hackman. Lovely. Here's the bunny girl. Nice. Here's $100,000 for one video. Crazy. Okay. And Top Hat Man. Lovely. Okay, putting that in there. All right, how's it going, Mr. Obsolete Gaming? How's it going? Here's Top Hat Man. Here's the whale. And here's no manga. Dang, dude. You can't say you didn't try. Look at that Sanji, man. Sanji, and he's kicking the heck out of this dragon or something. All right. Do you make ad revenue from these live streams? Yes, I do. So the ad revenue that I make from these live streams is typically around $8 to $15. Really not a lot of money. $8 to $15 in ad revenue. Of course, if you host about 60 of these per month, that adds up really fast. So, you know, that's like $600 just in ad revenue from the streams. There it is. So that is a little portion of my pay. We do make a little bit of ad revenue. There we go. Let's see. The power of ad revenue. Wonder if ads will ever go away. Toss this over here. Hey, what's up, Gritty Cucumber? How's it going? Okay. I used to make really good ad revenue for my other YouTube channel, The Game Economist. That would pay out like $80,000 a year in a mix of ad revenue and donations. But most of it was ad revenue. But the donations weren't bad either. We're just going to scroll through this here, Sarah, and make sure I didn't miss any full arts, just to be careful. Just to do my due diligence. Yes, we don't want you to miss out on any of your SRs or full arts. All right. You want this little Zora? How did you get started doing all this? Yeah, that is a subject we've talked about a lot. It's a fun thing to talk about. I was already a YouTuber. I'm the Game Economist. So I have a second YouTube channel with 130,000 subscribers. It's basically a dead channel now, though, because I don't post anything over there. It's all over here. I post exclusively over here for almost like 6 years. Miss Sarah. Dang, dude. Honored guest, Miss Seba. You are? Okay. Okay, Miss Sarah. Very good. When I was 13, $600 a month was so exciting. Sure. Well, it's crazy to think some guys make like millions of dollars from their ad revenue. You know, isn't that wild to imagine? They just go live. They make some content on a piece of camera, on a film. They do some editing. They probably have an editing crew, and then beep by boop, they've made like actual money, just being themselves, just hanging around. Oh, I don't know, just hanging around. Shuppet the Puppet. Did you guys check this breakout? This is the Rare Candy Lugia break, 7 out of 28. Ooh, he is moving slowly but surely. He's up to 728. 728. All right. Now, one spot in the pack bundle break. We did that already. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the humongous order. So I got to put you over here, Sarah. You're the first one in here. We got to get you in here, Sarah. You actually like these booster boxes. I'm giving you 2 spots. Your spots 1 and 2, Sarah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and set up the giveaway now. Okay. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you guys have been having a good week. All right. So you type in Mark to be part of the giveaway. That is an R, not a very good R. Type in Mark. Tonight, Sarah Dusenberry bought a spot in the jumbo pack break. It's $40 per spot. There are only 2 spots left. $40 to get in here, and then you get this whole packet of booster packs if you get pulled out. Okay, give that a try if you'd like. All right, what else we got going on? Andrew A. Martin, he says, 1 jumbo pack spot. There is only 1 spot left in the jumbo packs. 1 spot remains. All right. Jumbo pack breaks are pretty popular. When I started this, it was by accident. We had this pile of booster packs with stickers on them with prices to help people understand what's the latest thing on the menu. And I said, what if we just added these up and turned it into a break? And voila, the jumbo pack was broken. The jumbo pack break was born. That's what I'm going to say. The jumbo pack break was born. And ever since then, we must have hosted that break like 20, 25 times already. Very popular break. People love that one. Okay. Mr. Alex, slab away, slab away. Finish the Gary. The Gyarados, she's referring to this Gyarados sitting at 10 out of 13. Giovanni's Gyarados from Gym 2. That is a special expensive slab from the Gym Challenge collection. People are always asking for like high-end slabs. Well, there it is. It's right there. That is a high-end slab. That's what that is. Also, we have this brand new lightning break. This is not a large break. It's a 1 in 7 break. You're looking at the Illustrator Pikachu. Yes, he's an expensive card, it turns out. And this person drew the Pikachu and won the illustration contest. And so Pokemon printed it. So this is not a typical Pokemon artist. This is a new guy named Kazuki Manami. So lucky dog Kazuki. That's a big deal getting to be one of the illustration contest cards. Did you guys know illustration contest cards tend to become very expensive over the years? So that is why this Pikachu is already expensive. I'm sure of it. Because people are going, I got to have the Pikachu before it goes to $1,000. Because it's not $1,000 today. Give it 5 years. Hunter Tipton, 2 packs, Final Fantasy, Opus 1. Ooh, Opus 1 getting open. I like that. I like those. Oh, my arm. Why does my arm hurt so bad? Oops. Something just tipped over. What was that? All right. Oh, Final Fantasy. Get the cloud. Shake your dreads for us. All right, here goes. Sneep. Oh, yeah, sneeping. Sneeping time, Morbin time. Okay. Barrett, Titus, Sarah, Onion Knight, Valifor. House of Waifu, still Aki? Yes, where's the waifu break? Mothman. Mothman hasn't gotten a single person in it. Here she is. All right. Okay. Oops. And a little chocobo. Titus. Oh, yeah. All right, you pull a Titus and a Barrett out of Opus 1. That's the very first set that they released, guys. Every one of these hollows is probably pretty good. Just hold on to it. Get it graded. Somebody will collect the complete Opus 1 collection, I'm sure of it. Hunter, let's get you back. Ready? Hunter Tipton. Come and get your waifu, 1-5 odds. She really could have gone straight into the waifu shuffle. We could have had her in the waifu shuffle. Speaking of which, if you want a 1 in 20 odds to pull something like that, go try the waifu shuffle. It's exactly like the Poke Shuffle. Speaking of the Poke Shuffle, let's get this Smeargle in the Poke Shuffle. He's the perfect price. Smeargle going in. We have a Fossil Dragonite in the Poke Shuffle right now. Did you know that? Okay, Smeargle 10073. Okay. Plenty of good waifus. Here we are. Plenty of good ones, plenty of bad ones. Troy, you should tell us about the craziest girl you ever dated. Or the craziest girl you ever knew. Who was the craziest girl you were ever with? Crazy in a bad way, not a good way. Not a good way, in a bad way. Here we are. I want to hear your stories. I could tell Troy has lots of stories for us, guys. Okay. I only like girls with pink hair. What? What do we got? We got Magneton. Recently graded. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Magneton. Oh, Sprigatito. Portcus Diaz for $50. Alakazam for $120. That we're going to check on that, okay? Don't try to buy that quite yet. Roro Zoro for $40. Okay, we got a couple of these guys. Let's take a quick look into that Alakazam. She was a Lithuanian girl. Woo! Not the Lithuania. I'm moving to Lithuania right now. I hear in Lithuania, they don't have enough guys. All right, we are deleting the July channel. The July channel is deleted. Now we are duplicating the June channel to say August. Aug. Okay, we have an August channel now. We're going to delete the June channel now. We have no pictures at all. How often do you do the jumbo packs? Oh, from time to time. Basically, when the stream slows down, I stop and build up a jumbo pack. We also have this other build-up, the binder break. Nobody in here yet, right? I don't think anyone's in here yet. The binder break. This is where you get a packet of raw Pokemon cards for your binder. Detective Pikachu, Golden Celebrations Pikachu, Birthday Pikachu, Coughing Cosmic, Dialga, Magneton. Those are vintage, by the way. General Mills Ponyta. There's Charmander, Eevee, Tyranitar, Moltres, Crobat, Tropius, Gengar, and these guys. So that is it. That is the binder break. Jump in there. Your odds are 1 in 7. We won't do star cards on the jumbo pack break or the binder break. I feel like they're not really meant to have them. But typical slab breaks will have them. All right, now, let me take a quick look at that Alakazam. Make sure he hasn't changed, because I believe that card could be extremely expensive. Rising Rivals Alakazam. Okay. Do 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 do. There's nothing to compare him to. So let me try doing this. Let's try Rising Rivals Reverse PSA 9. Okay. And now let's go into sold real fast. And then let's just see some recently sold. Ended recently. Okay, you ready for this? So Whiscash went for 167 in auction. Whiscash isn't even good. Damn. That's crazy. Let's see what else we got going on. Tropius didn't go for anything. Fortress didn't go for anything. Infernape, 88. I don't like Infernape, though. Alakazam's actually cool. I wonder why Whiscash went for so much. Here's Darkrai. Here's, let's see. Jesus. Frost Rotom sold for 135. The reverse Gengar sold for 362. I think we're probably right around where we want to be. Seems like I'm pretty good at what I do. It looks like 120 for that Alakazam was pretty on point. That is probably just about what he's worth. Okay. Here we are. She was very sexual. I stayed with her for a while. The flamingo hair ladies. Here we are. Let's go ahead and get a number on that. I hear in Lithuania they don't have enough boys per girls. Did you guys hear about that? Lithuania has one of the biggest imbalances where there's too many girls, not enough boys. I'm packing my bags. Selling my whole collection. I'm moving to Lithuania. All right. What do you do with all that bulk? That's a great question, Isaac. So the bulk gets packed up into these big boxes with security tape, and then they get shipped out as a bulk shipment to bulk buyers. And they don't sell too often, but they occasionally sell. And, yep, that's what it is. And if they didn't sell or they couldn't sell for enough, I will tell you exactly what I'd do with them. I'd throw them right in the dumpster. Right in the dumpster. William Henry, 7 Opus 1 packs. Woo! All right, 7 of these. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I'm almost out of Opus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're getting a new box. We are getting a new box, guys. Can I buy the bulk? Yeah, you probably could. Try sending me an email if you wish. Let me go grab a box for this. All right. Oh, ow, 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 ow. What the hell? Last box. All right. We are on the last box of Opus 1. Ho-ho. Ho-ho-hee. All right. Last box time, guys. Hell yeah. Ukraine is like that now. Ooh, don't say that. That is so depressing. Those poor Ukrainian girls. Brothers, fathers, children, cousins, nephews, boyfriends, fiancés, all dead. All dead. And Putin's a crusty old man going, I'm going to put the USSR back together. It doesn't look like it's going very well for him, to be honest. It is. Ooh. All right. Wonder how that ends, by the way. Wonder how that war ends. Ready? All right. Let's start sneaping. Then I need to go to Lithuania because I've always had things for not American girls. I've done had enough of American girls. They're not interesting enough. That's right, American girls. You can barely keep up with me. I'm a catch. You are? All right. I'm sporting a solid 3-incher. I've only got 2 double chins. I've got a whole $20 in the bank. Line up, ladies. There we are. You go. You ever hear about that? The, what do they call them? Passport bros? Guys going to other countries to go hit on girls in poor countries because they're from America. It's interesting stuff. I should have gotten Final Fantasy. Here it is. We got, oh, wait, we got to check these. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's good. This is gradable. I've actually graded these and sold these for like 40 bucks each. Not bad, actually. A little moogle. All right, we got Valifor, Hades, Libera. Whoa! I don't think she's an American girl. She's probably something else. All right. No, it's an interesting thing. You know, the people are very resentful and bitter with the sexes in America right now. Oh, too much feminism. Girls don't know how to cook. They just want to, it's a bad business move to marry a woman. There's a lot of red pill and bad feelings. It's unfortunate, you know. Guys and girls need to get together and feel okay about it and negotiate some sort of agreement between ourselves about how life should look. Life should not look like us only fighting and hating on each other. Ooh, the non-hollow cloud. Look at that. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. All right. There are your sound effects. There's cloud. Mamma mia. Old white women do the same thing in Africa. What? What are you talking about? You're not talking about Mommy Africa. Here's, let's see, Mime, Squire, Thief, Cecil, Mustadio, Cecil, Nora, Golbez. Oh, yeah. Should I buy more of this? You think I should I restock this? You know, it took a long time for me to sell through my inventory of Opus 1. But part of the reason for that is because I always had like 7 boxes of it. Now that I'm down to my last box, I realize I have always sold a little bit of Opus 1. I've always sold some. We are. There you go. Lovely. See more butts. Black Mage. Here's Time Mage, Geomancer, Dragoon, Squire, Dragoon, Red, Titus, Sarah, Godot, Leon. Old Rich Wild Woman. Lust for the Black Snake. What? What are you talking about? All right. And finally, we got, what are we talking? What the? Here's Devout, Kate, Sith, Evoker, Archer, Gordon. It's Gordon Ramsay. Where's the lamb sauce? Kamari. I watched Blood Diamonds more than 10 times just to listen to Leonardo DiCaprio imitation of African accent. What? There we go. All right, cool. Well, William, some of the pulls were good. You definitely pulled that Cloud non-hollow. That's probably like a $100 card. Did you know that? He's not going to be like super, super expensive. He might be like 75, 80 to 100. But if he grades 10, and he probably will grade 10, by the way. This guy grades 10, you're doing very good. Wow, beautiful. Is it just me, or is the zoom better? No, the zoom's about the same. All right. I'm calling it now. There is a Mega Dragonite SAR. It will be 1K raw. All right. Yeah, maybe because it got so much attention. It kind of reminds me of like the wings on a Koopa Troopa, except it's on its head. It's very goofy looking. William Henry. All right. Mr. William. Did you say you needed a new bag? He didn't say if he needed a new bag. Well, 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 Mr. William. What are we going to do with you? Here's a Wilson Chalco. Here's a William Wafter. Did you need a new bag? We need a Labubu break. How many packs are in a booster box, mister? 36 packs in a box. All right, let's see. I'm getting Labubus, guys. Oh my god, Labubus! I love those! Let's see. Oh my god! The Labubus! Labubu Lives Matter. I think I need a new bag. Oh yeah, new bag time. Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna get a new bag. We're gonna get some cratids. Let's see. I'm looking into whether we want to restock these. Says if we were to restock it, we would want to sell them around $16. What are we currently selling at? Opus 1 sells for $15. That's pretty close. Do I want to do it? There is some interest in Opus 1. People want to pull that cloud. I cannot decide. Let me take a look at that cloud one more time. I won't name names, but there are 2 streamers I have not watched in the last month or more because they started the Labubus. Oh, look, I got Labubus, guys. Come on, guys. Buy those Labubus. I got them. I got the Labubus. We got Labubus, guys. Who's going to buy them? Who's got a Galaxy? We got Pokemon cards, sneakers, and Labubus. Who doesn't want one? Come on, guys. I need a Galaxy. This is how I make my living. I'm trying to make an elite decision here, guys. probably buy one box of, it doesn't matter, does it? Let's see. How much is a Galaxy? It's a reference to TikTok streaming. That's a reference. A Galaxy is like a donation. I'm going to say the toilet thing was worse. Skibidi toilet? What are you talking about? Let's see. All right, we're getting some more Opus 1. So we're taking on another box of Opus 1. We are now going to adjust the price on the current Opus 1s to $16. Opus 1, $16, guys. It's slightly more expensive. It's $1 more expensive. Not really a big life-changing amount. Thank you, William. I'll get you a new bag. Okay, you talked me into it. CTR was one of them, but I only watched them because I was gifted a free membership in an email. I didn't even watch his stream. I just got an email for a free membership. He's sending out emails. Should I be sending out emails? Is that even legal? I didn't know you could send out emails. I'm pretty sure I read you're not allowed to solicit emails to people unless they go and sign up for that. There we go. All right. We got Labubu's. I got sneakers, Pokemon, and Labubu's. Why isn't anyone buying anything? Who's got a Galaxy? So we're Beanie Babies. I did see Skibidi cards. I'm gonna get my girl a box of Labubu, and she better get her on her knees pronto. Here's William Henry. There we go. Very nice. I'm sorry if you collect Labubus. I'm being overly harsh and mean. I do like to tease sometimes, okay? I'm just a teaser, so make room in your heart for my teasing. Labubu breaks are forever, says A. Perez. Ah, yes. So 6 packs prismatic, 1 box OP PRB02. Damn, Sarah's a grown-up, man. She's buying some grown-up cards. Let's get it. She said, give me some of those cards, man. Holy. Let's see. Where are we at? I really want to pull you that manga. Let's go get some more of them. I'm going to go get some more of them. I remember watching a Rattle video some time ago about a dad who like abused his kid live while he was trying to sell Pokemon cards on Whatnot. Here we are. And he like did drugs on camera. So he's being mean to his kid, and he's snorting something, and he's selling Pokemon cards on Whatnot. And you just know that this guy is a grifter. You just know he's not really in the hobby. You know he's not in it. He's like, you just know it. You just know he's a reseller and nothing but a reseller. And I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. It's a frequent complaint. People complain about problems like that. And I often think, well, you know, everyone's selling a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But man, it gets real stanky sometimes, man. It gets real stinky in the market. There you go. It's their Labubu meat cannon. Would you buy a piece at Costco for $10? A pizza? $10. Here you are. That guy smacked the snot out of that kid, then snorted pills. You know what I'm talking about. You watched it too then. Yeah, I watched that and I was shocked, dude. I was like, oh my God. It's a sort of seller degeneracy, isn't it? A seller degeneracy, and it shocked the hell out of me. I was like, I can't believe this. And boy, it looked bad. There you are. Wonder what that guy's up to now. I hope he got help. I hope the kids are good. Not just a circus for us to speculate on and laugh at or tease or condemn, which is probably what most people did. You know, I didn't have great parents, so I hope the kid's okay. But yeah, it's stinky, dude. Stinky as hell. All the kid did was walk in the room. Oh, you saw it too? Okay. So here is this guy, and he's saying, I want the Labubu. There you go. But people are desperate, you know. Times are tough. Jobs don't pay enough. All of your purchasing power has been stolen by the government. So the money that you do earn doesn't buy you anything. Can't afford a home. Can't afford food. Can't afford the things that you want in life. Can't afford medicine. Can't afford school. And people are There are card shops that are doing just like, hey, I'm passionate about cards and I just sell cards, blah blah blah, you know. And then there's people that are like, what is this? A Pikachu? Yeah, I'll sell it. You know what I mean? There's some of that too. And man, it's an ugly look. It is not attractive. Here's Trafalgar Law. I guess I'm a little bit that way with One Piece, but I'm getting a little bit better at understanding it. Here it is. Very nice. But no, I mean, you see this guy, and he just looks like somebody who would never in a million years actually collect Pokemon cards. And you're thinking, what are you doing? He saw somebody or heard somebody sell cards online. He's like, I could do that. You know, all you got to do is hit up Walmart. There you go, and you can sell too. It is. So yeah, the world's changed, man. They are for the better. Things are better now. Labubus are like Pokemon cards to the ladies. Sure, sure. I mean, they must be good, right? There must be a draw to them, or else they wouldn't sell. So I'm sure of it. But so did Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies sold like wildfire. And there was no internet back then. If anything, Beanie Babies might have been more viral. Yeah, you had the cute little Beanie Baby you could hold in your hand. It felt nice. It had fur. It had a cute little story to it. Oh, I got Larry the Lobster. I got Fred the Fox. You know, so they each had a little story. And that was crazy for a little while. People were nuts for Beanie Babies for a little while. Sold out everywhere. You heard about them selling in the news. You heard about like people trying to make websites around Beanie Babies and stuff like that. Yeah, it got real crazy for a little while. And now most of them aren't worth anything. And so it's a great, great, great reminder. Kind of like BitConnect too, right? Remember the BitConnect meme? BitConnect! I'm kind of like the BitConnect guy. My job is to come out here and tell you guys, hey, open up those wallets and get some collectibles right now. That's my job. And the BitConnect guy, though, he was selling a bad product. But you know what? Bitcoin was not a bad product. So far, anyways. Bitcoin was not a bad product. So it's really fascinating the way that works. Maybe Pokemon's going to crash and Labubu's going to go to the moon. I'm betting Labubu's going to crash. I'm betting Labubus are overpriced. Once they print enough of those bad boys, and once they got proper competition, you know, because other companies are watching this whole gambling on, you know, collectibles goods. They're not going to be the only company selling little stuffed animals that come out of a booster pack. They will not be they will have plenty of competition. And of course, again, my observation with the Labubus is that they have a very non-malleable design. Like they're going to have to work really hard to get much variety in there because it's such a really distinctive style. I don't feel like you can change too much on it. And people will get bored of staring at that stupid little Labubu face. And here's what'll happen. They'll go, wow, I'm having car problems, health problems. I can't help my parents. I can't pay off my student loan. I can't move to where I want to move. I've got credit card debt. I can't go to Disney World. I can't even go out to eat. But I got this stupid Labubu staring at me and I'm bored of it now. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee you that's going to happen. And I don't know what happens from there. I don't know what happens after that. There we go. We're in a bubble like Mio. Yeah, exactly. It feels like we're in absolute greed territory and it's just kind of crazy and wild. And it's okay to take a back seat at this point and just see where it all goes. You know, earlier on, there's a lot of pressure to buy because you don't want to miss the train, do you? But people are buying Labubus for high price. What? Like, why? Why would anyone? It just came out. It's exactly like Metazoo, actually. Do you guys remember? I hated a lot on Metazoo because I felt it was horribly overpriced. I hated on it so much. Here you go, Miss Sarah. So there's your box of PRB02. We got to get your 6 packs of Prismatic now. Ooh. I hated so much on Metazoo because it was like $15,000 for Mothman, which is like high-end Charizard territory price, right? That's like Shining Charizard. That's Crystal Charizard. You know, that's good stuff. That's Legendary Collection Charizard. But they're paying $15K for Mothman. And I'm looking at it going, that's fake. But look at what happened. King Gary, Pokemon, he pushed it. Logan Paul was with them when he pushed it too. So Logan Paul has a lot of influence. Anyways, he did back then. So they both pushed this product. And it skyrockets. And now look at it. Mothman, he's like $1,000. Which is, by the way, way more appropriate. That's probably what he should be. So now you're seeing normal prices. And you're seeing that, you know, Metazoo has a normal audience. And that's good. That's actually healthy. That's actually healthy, you know? Now there's room to grow. Now there's a market can emerge based off of real demand rather than influencer hype. Now, what I've heard about the Labubus is it's a very similar thing. They're getting pushed on celebrities. It's K-pop celebrities pushing them. And how are you supposed to determine the true value of them if people are just copying celebrities? How are you supposed to do that? You know, if a celebrity told you to buy Google stock, you might go buy Google stock. Well, then the Google stock's price wouldn't be based off of Google's performance. It would just be based off of people buying what they're told to buy. That is not a safe market. That is a bad market. Good time to sell, maybe. Not a good time to be in it. All right. Oh, my gosh. All right. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So let's take a picture of this. We're taking a picture. This supplier is now claiming that all 6 of my PRB2s have already arrived, but they have not. We are. Very nice. Let's see. Let me respond to this guy. Let me type this in. This guy's claiming that he has already delivered all of the boxes. And this is very concerning because I did not receive them. Okay. So, okay, so let me go test this actually. All right, let me grab this. Okay, oops, here it is. So, delivered on Wednesday. Oh, very interesting. Type. All right, back to the stream. Sorry about that. Dealing with a multi-$1,000 issue. That's fun. Sarah Dusenberry, 6 prismatic. All right, you're too patient with me, Sarah. Thank you so much. The Rick card can go to 70. Oh, yeah. What do you think you'll sell at 70? I feel like it won't. I feel like it's doomed not to sell because it's CGC 10 and not PSA 10. And then the other problem is, it's not just that it's CGC 10, it's the fact that it's also a lesser known set. And so this is why when I have like a weird set, right? Like Rick and Morty is definitely a weird set. When I have a weird set, I grade those exclusively with PSA. You know why? Because when you put that PSA name behind the card, people will think, oh, that's a collectible. Not always true with other grading companies. And that shows you the power of the PSA brand. So if I take some goofy card like a Charlie Brown card and I slap that bad boy into a PSA slab, people go, oh, that's a collectible Charlie Brown card. If I put in a CGC card, people would be like, that's some weird thing CGC graded. That's how it works. It's weird. People get that gut feeling with it, with PSA. Here it is. All right, let's put this here. All right, he says 50. Let's see if it goes at 50. We're set at 50, see what happens. Yeah, it's time to recoup some money on these, huh? I was just about to take a picture of these two. That was exactly what I was about to do. Let's go. You know what we need to do? We need to create a new channel now as well. And it needs to be called the August Commission. That's what it needs to be called. So we need to, we're in August now. We're like 1 day away from August. And we got to knock this out real fast for all the guys who have commission slabs. All consignment August. I keep calling it commission. I mean to say consignment, of course. I'm sorry about that. So, and I'm sorry to Miss Sarah. I'm making her wait forever. All right, there we go. Multitasking too much. There we go. Bob bore us with something actually expensive. My mom used to collect Bo Jackson cards. I have her old collection. I keep them for sentimental value, but they aren't worth much because she wrote her name in pen on a bunch of them as a kid. Oh, interesting. You know, I'm thinking about that supply issue, man. It is hard to concentrate with that supply issue going on. I wish I could stop and research it. There we go. Very nice. So does that mean I got one case from the other guy? All right. Man, I'm not dealing with that guy ever again. Here we are. I think I know what went wrong. I think he's claiming that the other guy's product is his product, but how could that be possible? I ordered in rounds of 3 from him, and we were expecting a case of 3, but only cases of 2 showed up. I think he has sent me 2 cases when he was supposed to send me 3 cases. That's what I think is going on. After the stream's over, I got to go count. I got to go get the labels. That's why I need the labels. Here's Okie Dokie. Those scissors speak sometimes. Frustrating day. I got to deal with that problem, man. We are. Here's Tyranitar. Maurice. I'm never dealing with this guy again. This guy's so lame. Here it is. Okay. Here's Umbreon. Not bad. I like this card a lot. This card's so pretty. Look at that. It's actually surprisingly hard to pull this. Here we are. Okay. So, not bad. Tyranitar pops out. Umbreon pops out. But how about that Master Ball Umbreon, SIR Umbreon? Black Belt Training. All right, there we have it. Thank you so much, Sarah. That was 6 packs of Prismatic, everybody. Sarah went real deep tonight. This stream is basically Sarah's stream, if you didn't know that. This stream brought to you by Sarah. He sucks at keeping track of what he's shipping. Yeah, he has good prices, but he just messes up constantly. So I just can't do it anymore. I have to give up on him. Here we are. I have to give up on him. Should have given up earlier. I don't know why I kept doing business with him. Yeah, I received 4 cases today, but they were in rounds of 2. And so I assumed it was the other supplier because that guy actually does do that. He ships in rounds of 2. This guy's shipping in rounds of 3, and he owed me 3 cases. And there's only 2 shipments, and one of the shipments was missing and should have 3 cases in it. So if his case really arrived today, and it looks like it might have, if it really arrived today, then unless it's at the front door. But no, DHL was already here today. DHL already popped by, didn't they? Oh my gosh, I'm going to go check my front door, guys. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, waffles it is, man. I miss homemade waffles. Eggos are good. They don't got the same, though. All right, let me go look and see if it's at the front door. It's not at the front door. So let me look at one other thing. Hold on. So this guy who does a really good job, he would have told me these are on the way. Okay. Let me see if this just arrived. Because I feel like it did. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to solve this supply issue in the middle of the stream, but it's hard for me to focus without looking into it a little bit. Because it's a couple $1,000s. Oh, so this was delivered today. All right. All right. I will go ahead. I will go ahead and delete these real fast. I'm beating up this supplier a little bit. He's not getting any business from me in the future. But before you really beat somebody up, you want to make sure that you solve the problem first. He screwed up. Get this. He screwed up like 4 times. It's not like he did one mistake. Oh, I'm mad. He screwed up 4 times. Close to about $30,000. And just, I don't know why I even kept doing business with them at all. His price is so tempting, but that's it. William Henry, 10 more packs, Opus 1. Aha, Mr. William. Let's grab it. Okay, William. The new Naked Gun looks entertaining. Naked? Has anyone watched Midnight Diner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? I grabbed exactly 10? I'm too good at this. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, I got to get that PSA submission done too, and I got to get those cards encapsulated for NHCC and Ivan Rodriguez. There's some other things we got to get. I'm done lurking. What? He was turkey lurking? Can't just be turkey lurking all the time, man. You got to hang out sometimes. Brian Kohlberger kept 2 IDs of women in his glove box, probably as potential victims after the crime, meaning he was going to go after more people. So he's a real, he's a real serial killer. Is that the deal? Like he was killing for the joy of it, and he's just some kind of psychopath. Here it is. Crazy. All right. Sounds like he strung you along and used your money for his business. I basically gave him a loan. I don't know. I think he might just be not well suited for this kind of work. That might be it. He doesn't seem like... I don't know. I honestly do not know. Maybe he was stringing me along. We'll find out. But we'll get it sorted out. He also applied to UC Irvine, but didn't get in. He is at the jail about 30 minutes south of me. Crazy. Dark Knight, LeBrow, Odin, Fivian. Quick! Make him a Netflix special! There you go. If you do some of the worst crimes in humanity, like torturing people or like doing serial killing, you get your own movie. You could be famous. They're going to remember your name in the history books. Isn't that crazy? That's so stupid. There you go. Famous for being bad. Here's Tifa. Ness. Ness. That's old Tifa. There you go. Before she had the breast reduction. All right. Brother. Waka. The Emperor. All right. He was transferred. Sells quickly. Famous so dumb. Okay. Here's a little Aerith. Here's a Cloud. Mages. See more butts. Good. Nice Tifa. Nice. Come on, Mr. William. Now, William, any further packs at this point are going to be 16, okay? They're an extra $1, all right? Because we have just acquired a fresh box of these and realized that the market has shifted slightly upward on them, okay? Not too bad, though. Here's Tama Knight, Ranger, Mages, Geomancer, White Mage, Monk, Aron, Yuffie, Yuna. Is this Opus 1? Yes. Yes, this is Opus 1. I'm so tired, says Emily. Well, then what are you doing up? There's a solution to that. It's called go to bed. Black Belt, Gordon. Imagine sleeping with the killer's mom. What? What are you talking about, Alex? You okay, Alex? What if his crazy comes from his mama? You never know. Okay, here's Ramza Aerith. A lot of serial killers had kind of normalish parents. It is nothing too exciting about them. Sometimes the parents were thought of as like too strict or something like that. But I mean, come on, a lot of people had strict parents that didn't go off and kill a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? All right, William Adnery, no Cloud in those orders, in those packs. I'm sorry. Maybe the very next pack. Have you seen his sister? They look alike. That sucks. Your brother's a famous killer now? That's not good. That's not good. By the way, if you're watching the stream and you want to try making a purchase, you should. When you make a purchase, you keep us all entertained. So you're doing us a service. Plus, you are pulling yourself some pretty cool cards sometimes. If you'd like to make a purchase, head right over to the description of the live stream. There you'll see the menu, and you'll see the links to PayPal, Zelle, crypto, Venmo, whatever you want to do to pay. You'll find all of the information in the description. It's super easy. You're just sending me money, and then I'm getting an email from the payment platform you use, like PayPal. PayPal says, you've got money. And typically, you'll write down a note in the payment on what you're buying. Now, prices are easy, too. These slabs are priced right in the front. Booster packs are priced in the description. So if you scroll down, you'll see everything for sale, okay? We do this every night, 7 days a week. I've been doing that 7 days a week for 6 years now. It's a real long time. 7 years in November, actually. So year 7 begins, I should say. So 6 complete years, and we're in year 7 when November starts. So it's been a long time. Been doing this a while. 6 years. That means I got 14 to go, and then I'm retired. 14 years, and I'll be retired, everybody. All right, so let's see. The thing about psychopathy is that what they think is not what we think. What? Bro, I'm 15 and that is deep. Here's Victor Kokiko. Giovanni's Gyatarados break. Haha. Check DMs. All right, let's check these DMs. This better be good, Alex. Oh, his sister, huh? Yeah, she looks like a person. She's probably having a lot of stress. I mean, she didn't kill anybody. Again, first, people have family who do nothing wrong, and then they'll be related to like some big killer. Like, what can you do? You can't do anything about it. Anyways, yeah, a lot of killers have families, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins, nephews. You're related to some killer in some way. Guess we're all kind of lucky that we're not related to killers, right? It's kind of a weird thing to have in your family tree. You're like, ooh, not me. I didn't do it. They did it. But, you know, it's just part of life. Yeah, she looked like she was stressed. I could see it. She had the stress eyeballs. Your brother's on trial for, like, super murder. Ooh, we're close. There it is. I give a true answer. That was quick, too. Horrible for your brother to be a serial killer, though. That's got to revolve around her. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. She didn't do anything. She's innocent. The difference between a completely innocent person and, like, a demon, you know, one action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She's innocent, so you cannot hold her liable. You can't connect her and him. It's not fair for her. All right. Not fair at all. What? What are you talking about, Emily? What are you talking about? Let's click on this. Francisco Cruz, 5 Dragon Ball mangas. Let's see, Dragon Ball mangas. Emily, you're saying your dad did a kid-in. Are you serious? This, like, was it a car accident or was it, like, worse than a car accident? I think I know where the mangas are. Let me go get it. It's way over here. All right. Ooh, my back's getting tired, man. All right. When I was younger, worse. Ooh, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. Here we are. So do you have a stepfather? I mean, how does that affect you? I mean, that must affect you a little bit. You might not like, you probably don't like thinking about it very much. Here it is. All right. Name and state us. Bleh. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, there we go. Francisco, 5 Dragon Balls. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He did it because he didn't want to listen to her. He did drugs. Oh, I've heard of that kind of stuff. Like maybe the kid's being annoying, and if he was on drugs, you know, he wasn't really in the right state of mind, right? Is that it? He did drugs. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Yeah, there was a lot of stress like that in my family. I mentioned before that my mom was pretty violent, actually. And how could you not be? I mean, everyone's just screaming and crying like all day. I mean, she had like 3 babies at the same time. It was a newborn, 1.5-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5.5-year-old. You know, that's how it was. That's how it was going in our family. I mean, that's exactly what it was like. So you almost could not escape the screaming and the crying. That's just what kids do. They just scream and cry. It was like the opposite of it. It was like a vacation to hell. You're on vacation to hell. In my family, we didn't take vacations. We couldn't afford them. So there was no reprieve from this lifestyle of raising screaming babies. And the babies would scream louder because we'd all fight. It just got worse all the time. Here it is. So stressful. That's why I was adopted. Oh, okay. How are your adopted parents treating you? You like them? All right, you ready? Very nice. Very good. Well, you know, that's good, Emily. It's good. Sometimes you don't get to choose your family. So sometimes, you know, your family doesn't act right. But think of it like this, Emily. We're all kind of related, aren't we? If you think about it, if you go back far enough, all humans are related. So, you know, in a very disconnected way, you're related to your adopted parents. You are. So that's a nice thought if you think about it hard enough. Let's see. All right. They're my grandparents. Oh, right. You mentioned that before. I remember this now. You mentioned that before. Yeah, well, that's even better. So your grandparents. That's good. We are. All right. We're all Stardust. Yeah, apparently that's what they want to say, is that we're Stardust. So you ready? But yeah, we're all related to some degree if you go back far enough. Real far. Yeah. Okay. Can't justify horrendous behavior from a parent on being annoyed with children. No. I was not trying to justify it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, obviously I wasn't doing that. What I'm saying is I've witnessed that. I've witnessed that kind of violence. I witnessed a lot of it. That's what I was trying to say. I've witnessed a lot of it. And, you know, because your parents snap, they can't handle it. Parents snap, they go crazy. It is too much screaming, too much crying, no stress, no quiet, no relief. And then you just go crazy and you start hitting people or something like that, you know? So I've seen it. That's what I meant to say. And it's not a good thing. We literally share the same air the first two humans ever breathed. Yeah, so that's a fun, interesting concept too. All right, Francisco Cruz. You ready? All right. Very nice. I have a bag, Mr. I think you've got a bag, Mr. Francisco. What do you think of this? Oh, here are the bulk hollows. If you ever don't want those, let me know. We can leave them out, but you are, of course, immediately entitled to them. I say that for the manga set because the manga set has so many dang hollows in it. Now, it's time to start taking pictures, guys. So we got Aovic. He's got this Rick and Morty for $50. Rick Sanchez card. That's a lot more attractive. That's an attractive price. Go. So that's a lot more attractive. By the way, you guys are always looking for expensive cards. Mega Absol. That one's good. In fact, let me do this. Let me go create another expensive slabs channel. If you can't handle children, don't get them. I guess, man, I mean, it's very common sense. That's not how life works out, though. You know what I mean? That's not what life does. Here it is. It's like saying, if you're not getting along with your girlfriend, just don't date. You know, it's like, it's trickier than that. It's definitely trickier. That's a very simple solution. All right, let's go ahead and multiply this. All right. You know, to be honest, what my parents needed was help. They needed help, and they didn't get it. And part of that probably is because my dad moved us out to St. Louis. So we lived in St. Louis, but her entire family is from Kansas City. And so had she simply lived in Kansas City, maybe much of the craziness never would have happened. Because if you think about it, she might have gotten a lot of help from Grandma and Grandpa. She might have seen her parents more. You know, we were living in St. Louis, and she lost both her parents. When I was 8 is when my grandfather died. So she lost her grandfather by the time I was, or her father by the time I was 8. And then my grandma, her mother, died when I was 11. I didn't understand that well, even as I aged. So even at like the age of 25, I didn't really understand that. I didn't appreciate it. And then Karis's mother got cancer, and it kind of clicked in me. I was like, whoa. I was like, my mom got moved out all the way out to St. Louis, like 3 hours away, can't see her family anymore. Her family can't come over and help watch the kids, or, hey, why don't you guys go on a dinner date tonight? We'll take care of the kids, or something like that. She didn't get any of that because we lived all by ourselves in St. Louis. And so over the years, I came to appreciate how kind of crazy that is. 11 kids and you're by yourself. Just not a good idea, you know? Just not a good setup. I wouldn't set it up that way. All right, so wait a second. We got to have a box for this. Let's start putting these over here, perhaps. So I started to appreciate that. I was like, she was stuck in St. Louis, and her entire family, her brothers, her sisters, her parents, who she lost pretty quickly, they were all in Kansas City. And she's just out here on her own with what, like 11 children? Like, okay. How do you not go crazy? All right. Let's see. Have you seen the new Mega Absol card? Yes, I did see that. I saw it briefly. He's like kind of, you get like a view like you're looking up at him. Here's William Henry. 10 more. Opus packs. Woo! All right. Oh, yeah. 10 of these. It's the food in the air, bro, and genetics. Or whatever they're called. Forever chemicals. PFAS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, you know, Karis's mother, who got cancer, she dealt with lawn care products a lot. And so that's a theory. We think that's what might have done it. There you go. She had a cancer called lymphoma, and it got really severe. She's very lucky. She had surgery in her lungs to cut a lump out. She had surgery in her arms, And I think that's mostly, I vaguely remember, I think she had something in her neck cut out. She had 4 surgeries to remove cancerous lumps. And then she went through a year of chemo, and now she is still alive. She's here. She's with us. But you know, Karis is all the way out here in Lake of the Ozarks. I moved her away from her parents. She doesn't see them as much. But the difference is Karis doesn't have 11 children driving her crazy. You know what I mean? But I think about that because I've seen Karis have like mental breakdowns over having too much work. And I watch that and I go, huh, people can't handle severe amounts of stress and work sometimes, and they just kind of lose their mind. And so I think this happens in families, and it causes abuse or murder. And the trick probably is to not be so isolated, to have friends and family around you. We don't do that as much in America. We don't value that as much. You know, in other countries, I talked about this, grandparents, parents, and children all in one household. We don't do that so much. But the grandparents, I bet, act as sort of like, they're the police, man. They watch over you. They're not going to let you do bad things. They're going to be like, hey, you can't do that. So the grandparents act as sort of like, you know, they're shining a flashlight on your face. Like, what are you doing today? You hitting kids? We don't do that here. Because grandparents, they're older, they're wiser, they're not into that as much, right? But I think when parents are by themselves to raise their own kids and they aren't adequate mentally, or they're just not good people or whatever, that's not good for the kid. So actually, I think it's very interesting to live near your grandparents, near your parents, near your friends, near your relatives. I think that's a healthy thing. And my family wasn't doing that. They were all the way by themselves in St. Louis. Again, a really long drive. It's like a 3.5-hour drive. We are, but so the isolation, not a healthy thing, which is a very fascinating subject for nowadays, because I think so many people feel kind of isolated, maybe more than they would like to be. Here's Moogle. That's nice. Look at that. Ooh, you got a Sephiroth. That's good too, actually. I saw one of those for a bunch of money one time. Just a non-holo. Cloud is the big chase, right? Oh, yeah. Cloud's the big chase. I hate isolating myself so much. COVID was horrible, says Wade. Yeah. We gotta find ways to get out. Maybe go to a Collecticon or something. Try to make a friend there. Go to an anime convention. Go to a furry convention. Karis jokes about going to a furry convention. I'm thinking about surprising her and taking her there. Yeah, Riku. All right. Sephiroth. Isolation is never ideal. We are like monkeys. We need other monkeys. Apes together strong. Is that how it goes? I don't know how. Do you ever feel lonely? Yeah, I'd say Karis and I, we've got each other, so that's nice. But we wish her family could visit more often because we don't mind seeing them. And they just can't. They can't afford it. And then I have trouble leaving the home because I don't want to leave my cards behind unwatched, unsupervised. So I'm here making sales, keeping an eye on the cards. You know, I'm like my own bodyguard, my own security guard. So we don't go out much. People come to us and we offer everything to them. We say, we'll give you gas, we'll give you a rental car, whatever you want. We're actually giving them our little red car for almost free, just a fraction of its value. We're going to have them buy it real cheap. And we're going to hope that maybe increases the amount of times they visit. But, you know, I want her to be around her parents. The problem with her parents now, though, she's got certain type of parents where they almost want her to take care of them. So it's really tricky because she likes to see them, but they will behave in a way that actually leaves her super stressed out when they leave. So they will kind of behave in a way where they're like, Karis, come fix all this stuff for us. And she's like, I just want to have fun. She wants to be the kid, you know, she doesn't want to be the adult in the relationship, but they're kind of treating her like she needs to be the adult and they're the kid. And they've always kind of done that, and that's part of the that's part of the complexity. So when we moved out here, she didn't put up a big fit about moving away from her family because a part of her also knows that there's this difficulty with her family. She's just got a really small family. It's just her mom, her dad, and she's got one brother, and he's like a hermit. He just stays in. He doesn't like to go out at all. He likes to play games. He does not go out. So he will often stay behind, but occasionally he'll come down. And he's pretty chill, but he doesn't talk much. He doesn't do much. So, you know, she likes her brother and, you know, she thinks of him well, but he's a certain type and there's no helping him. You can't tell him to, like, you know, go change or something. It doesn't work. Woo, you got another one of these clouds. It's a good thing, too, because you didn't pull any hollow clouds. No hollow clouds, no hollow Sephiroths, No hollow lightnings. Those are all in this set. But you got a nice Cloud and Titus going on. Take a look at that. That's how my dad is. I can never visit without him making me feel bad that he had no money. Yeah, exactly. And they kind of know that we are doing okay. Like, we're living in a freaking like lake house, and they know she's a software engineer, and they see the cards, and so they have a feeling, and they don't really push too hard about it all. But you know, it's like they need someone to emotionally lean on. The problem is, Karis wants to have somebody to emotionally lean on. She wants to feel like mom and dad are here for me because I'm their child. But it's the other way around. Yeah, Karis, we need help with all this stuff. So she feels like they kind of lean on her. They come and they bring all of the problems for the year, and they're like, how do we solve this? How do we solve this? You're smart. So she gets stressed out from them visiting. And so, yeah, I guess in that sense, it's kind of a lonely thing because I don't have my family come over. My family was too crazy. So I could see maybe one of my older sisters coming down one day if I ever invited them. But I don't talk to the parents. The parents were no good. That's just the fact. And yeah, the parents weren't so great. So I don't see them, and I'm okay with that. It's not ideal, but I'm not over here dying over it. You know, it's not the end of the world. But we need to make friends out here in Lake of the Ozarks. But you know what? The problem with Lakes of the Ozarks, it's a lot of old people, not our age. Well, I'm a little bit old now. I'm like 36. I'm heading toward 40. So maybe if I just stay here a little longer, huh? But Karis is 30. She's only 30. She's 6 years younger than me. And there's not a lot of places to meet young people out here or people our age. There's like the bar, but I don't drink. And Karis drinks a little bit, just a little. She doesn't drink too much. So there's no like, we don't know what exactly young people do, or young adults or adults, whatever we count as 30-year-olds. We don't know what a 30-year-old does. We went to a gaming club out here. It was awful. It smelled like pee. And it was basically just a daycare for kids. The adults were all just a little bit crazy, and they were just watching kids. So it was just an adult care system, or a child care system, effectively. So yeah, that's not a thing. Yeah, hard to find people. Gaming club gonna smell like hell. Oh yeah, you walk in and you get hit with the smell of piss right away. It's horrible. William Henry. So we got Vincent, Gipple, Mystic, Titus, Cloud, Sephiroth, Rigdia, Red Mage, Brynhilder, Chocobo, Riku, Moogle. I like the Moogle. And Kate Sith. Let's get this into your bag. Thank you so much, man. William treating me right tonight, man. He's being very kind. Sarah, too. Got to thank you guys. You guys are keeping a night special. Really appreciate it. How about that, guys? Gosh, I wish we could have pulled you Cloud, man. I would have liked it. You know, it's not just Cloud in this set, right? So there's a hollow Sephiroth that looks amazing. And there's a couple other decent ones, too. Lightning probably is the third. So you can pull a holographic Lightning out of there that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to put you in here as well, Mr. William. William, you're just going in automatically because you know what? You and Sarah kind of kept the stream going all night. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. At my job, I don't give a blank about the people. It's weird, but if I'm at a club or something, I get anxious. Anxious at the club, huh? Sure. Bars have always just been awkward to me. I've been to the bar when I was younger, when I was like 21. I had a roommate, and we would go out. I've talked about him before. Been to bars, coffee shops, whatever. It was fun. It was cool. It was sexy. But I just don't drink. I don't drink alcohol, so it doesn't work for me. Here's Isaac Thomas, Jumbo Pack Break. What? Mr. Isaac's first order. Hey. All right. Well, good luck in there, Mr. Isaac. You will either hit that Jumbo Pack Break and get the whole thing, or you will pull one common card for $40. The card's not worth $40, but that's what you'll pull. So now you have to see if you get lucky. You need 1 in 4 odd luck. Okay? So there's a 3 in 4 odds that you pretty much lose $40, but there's a 1 in 4 odds you pull all these boosters for yourself. It's a lovely thing if you pull it. Good luck in there. That's what the breaks are all about. They're high risk, high reward, everybody. High risk, high reward. We need one more person for the Jumbo Pack Break. It might already be sold. I don't know. All right. So Isaac placing his first order. That's kind of cool, isn't it? That's kind of cool. And now we've got an order from William Henry. Can I get the rest of that Opus 1 box? $240. Bro, how much is that? Hold on. Divided by 16, 15 packs. Bro. Holy, bro. All right, he got real serious about this. I love it. That is what one whole box of Final Fantasy looks like. Holy, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. So, guys, send in one more spot for that jumbo pack break if you are tempted or if you feel like you just got some cash burning a hole in your pocket. We need one person for the jumbo pack break. It'll go off tonight. It'll be a nice thing. And then Mr. Isaac will get to experience losing $40. AJ's hopping out. Oh, crap. I have to go now. Guys, bye, mister. Have a great day. Have a nice day, man. There we go. All right. I do okay with the social isolation a little bit because I got all you guys. I talk to you guys like every single day. So I get to have a nice conversation with you guys, kind of like being pen pals. I talk to Alexis. She comes over. She'll have a chat with us. It's nice. Talk to her husband once or twice. There we go. I'm a guy. I don't need as much social interaction. I really don't. It's the truth. I'm a guy. I like objects and toys. I like playing my video games. We have great conversation over here. And anytime I want to be social, I can go post a video maybe. And you talk to other people too. You talk to people that we're always talking to people coming over, fixing something on our house or whatever. I talked to the neighbor the other day after the one guy yelled at Alexis. So, I talk to people here and there. But I feel like it's kind of tough on Karis. I wish we had a solution for that. She needs like a girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like a girly girl, because I'm just not a girly girl. I'm a stinky boy, and I collect Pokemon cards. So she needs like a girlfriend, and I don't know how to get her that. And she's a software engineer, so she is naturally socially awkward and not very good at doing that. So I don't know how to fix that for her myself. How do you walk up to a girl and say, would you like to be friends with my wife? How does that doesn't even sound right. It sounds like you're being a creep. And so it's not really super easy to solve. But I think if she had like one cool girlfriend who she hung out with, there's that lightning non-hollow. You see, yeah, I pulled that as a hollow. You see that? Look at that. I think she'd do really well if she had one bestie, And she's already got me. Karis and I, we fit so well together. We both like to talk a lot. This guys should need just as much social companionship as girls. I don't know, maybe for me, I grew up in a really competitive family. My brothers and I fought all the time. And I do fine not having a bunch of boyfriends, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need a bunch of guy friends going, yo, what's up, bro? And then like whatever guys do, where they do like the bro hug or something like that. I do all right without all that stuff. It was almost like overstimulated as a kid. Like I had way too much competition and crowding, and I like having my quiet and my privacy now. I'm an adult, got my own bathroom. I like it. It's good stuff. But if I made a guy friend, I've had guy friends. That's the thing. I've had guy friends, homeschooler friends, kids on the street. I've been to a bunch of weddings because I made good friends in the homeschooler group, and then later I made friends after I left home. I had roommates, the cool guys. That guy moved off to South Carolina, sadly, so I don't get to see him. But yeah, I mean, I'm all right. It's really, it doesn't dwell on me real heavy or anything like that. I'm pretty chill about whether or not I run into people. But I do think Karis is feeling kind of lonely. She doesn't have a job like mine. I got a cool job. I get to talk to you guys, and this is like a social place. So we get a nice social conversation going. She's got a stinky software job, and they just talk about, oh, did you run the test system verify 12? Yeah, we need to, and then we need to do the prod and blah 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 blah. I've heard her doing her job. It sounds awful. They don't sit down for like a beer and have like a conversation like that. It's just horrible stuff. It's all Indian contractors who want to get back to their family, and Karis, who doesn't relate to them in any way, and they don't relate to her, but she's their boss somehow, and they don't write code very well. So it's like this tense thing, and so she just gets worn out from her job. I get energized talking to you guys. It's a nice thing. I get energized talking with you guys. She does not get energized from her job. Her job's just dry, math all day long. It's like math. Computer science is like math. Not exactly the same, but it uses a similar part of your brain. Here's Tifa. Lovely. You got a lot of good non-hollows in this round so far. Read Tammy's message. When Mr. wrote down Andy's name in Jumbo, he said there's one spot left. Oh, let me double check. It might be done. It is done. done. Yay! All right, the jumbo pack break is actually over. If you sent $40, and I'm sorry, I can refund that to you or work on putting together another pack break. And you can go into the next one. Or you can move. Ooh, there's a Titus. My bad, dude. Ooh, there's a Kane. She has to go out and explore hobbies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking I might surprise her and take her to like a convention that she was not expecting to go to. Also, if you're hoping to run into me, I am tempted to go to the Kansas City Collecticon. It really is just a drive away from my home. We are. And we've got all our good security already. We're set up pretty well with security, so I might make the drive out there. I haven't made up my mind on it, though. I might go just to get Karis out of the house. We are. Take her to a place with people in it. People. We actually went there 2 years ago. It was just sort of a way to waste money, to be honest. I wouldn't go there to collect, ironically. But, you know, you could go there and waste some money. There you go. All right. I got my girlfriend Ozzy Osbourne signatures for her birthday. I would highly advise you do the trip to Collecticon. I've been before. I've been there. We went there before. A lot of bad cards for sale, a lot of overpriced cards for sale, a lot of, here's the problem with Collecticon. There's nothing good left. Everyone's already picked through the good stuff, and only the bad stuff remains. Maybe that happens on this table a little bit too, you know, because the good stuff does get picked out. It's just it's a real problem in a market, in a very busy market. That is a real problem. Yes. All right. And, yeah, I was looking at the cards. I didn't find anything impressive. There were all these 8s and 9s and 7s and 6s and 5s. And I was like, what the hell? We are. It's like, where are your good cards? There was one table that had a no rarity Charizard 10 on it. That was really cool. Never seen one of those in person. That was somebody telling us it was going to be listed on Golden Auctions, which was kind of a new thing for Pokemon at the time, it felt. That was like 2 years ago, so it wasn't as well known. Wow, you are just getting tons of great non-holo gradable cards here. If only you could pull one of these artworks as a holo. You did pull the Titus, though. Yeah, this Chocobo, Tifa, Cloud, Lightning, so many good cards, but you're not pulling them as holos. You're pulling them as non-holos. Be okay with spending money on pleasure. Yeah, we spend a little bit here and there. I'm pretty frugal. I try not to waste too much. Here's Evoker, Yuna, Hades, Sid, and Leon. We are. I told Karis we can't spend $1. Not even $1. Okay. Okay, so here is Yuffie. Is Yuffie valuable? I don't know if Yuffie. So here's Golem, Von, Fang, Vanille. Okay. Oh, you got 3 packs left. Come on, booster box. You better have something nice. Okay, what do we got? Chocobo Chick, Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. Another, look at this, another good non-holo. You're pulling the non-holos, man. You are pulling the non-holos. What is this music? Hold on, let me look into this music. Did I sign up for this? Let me jump over here. All right. Ooh. Maybe I can run into that musician everybody hates. What's his name again? Wait. What's the name of the musician everyone beats up who sang the opening song? I must have dementia, dude. I can't think of his name. Jelly Roll? No, not Jelly Roll. The guy who sang the opening scene for Pokemon that everyone hates on. What's his name again? Why is it not just coming to my memory? You need to get in shape, A. Perez. That's pleasure. Puff Daddy? No. He says, oh, come on. Jason Page. That's right. Jason Page. Everyone beats up on him. Ooh, that's Chaos back there, isn't it? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's a cool looking one. Look at that. That one looks really cool. If that grades 10, I think that one's going to do well. All right. Okay. Ishtola and Bartz. You don't truly know what life is until you get fit and healthy and actually live it. Jason Crack Rock Page. That is so unfair. That is so unfair, dude. You do not know if that guy's doing drugs. Shiva, Sid, Yuffie, Ninja, White Mage. That ain't right. Yosef, Gilgamesh. Oh, my God. Last pack sucked. All right, William. So, William, I do like this Chaos pull you got here. Notably, there's also this Sarah pull. She's not a unknown character. Well, Sephiroth. Most of your best pulls were non-hollows, all perfectly gradable, by the way. All right, Brit. He act like it, though. Does he, though? Does he? I think it's people discriminating against him. He's old. He's an older gentleman, but he dresses like he's young. And so people beat him up for it because it doesn't look right. All right. White Mage from Tactics. There it is. Titus, Kane, Kokobo, Tifa, Moogle, Cloud, Lightning. So many cards that could have been pulled hollow out of the deck, and out of the case, out of the box, and you pulled virtually everything else. That sucks, dude. Sarah's not bad. Chaos isn't bad. Joseph, Gilgamesh is probably not bad. Evoker, Waka, interesting. Titus actually is not bad either. I've sold one of those before. Golem, Seraphi, Sage. Wow. How do you obtain this build? Snow, Archer, Gilgamesh. There it is. William, in a very short period of time, you have built up an incredibly large bag. Appreciate you, man. So that is it for Opus 1, guys. It's sold out. We have more on the way. Okay, this should say sold out. No, coming soon. Whew. I have no clues if he's on anything. I'm so ready for the Tactics remaster. Oh, for sure. Andy, man, being healthy is hard. A Perez, I find the most important thing of all is to track your calories. That is the most important thing of all. Forget about exercise for a minute. That's good too, but forget about it for a second. There really is just one job to do. One job. You need to know exactly what you're putting in your mouth. Right? Okay. But you need to know what it costs to eat it. And then if you can stay under 1,800 calories, you will slowly lose weight. Slowly is the emphasis, but that's kind of what I'm doing. So for today, I had a pretty good serving of mashed potatoes with gravy, and then I had broccoli, and then I had chicken breast. And that was it. That was my meal for the day. And it works. I've actually lost a little bit of weight. You just got to keep doing that for like a year. So if you did that for a whole year, if you ate really carefully for a year, you would just slowly lose weight until you're at a more comfortable weight. Bread can be healthy, Perez. You just need to eat vegetables and be diligent. Right, you can eat bread. You have to know exactly how much bread you're eating and how much you're allowed to eat. And the number is probably like somewhere between 24 and 18 calories. So 2,400 and 1,800. Depends on how much weight you want to lose, I suppose. Let's see. And then you can throw in exercise along with that. Try to find something you like to do, by the way. Right? So if there's something you really enjoy doing that burns a lot of calories, then it's not even like you're exercising. You're just having some fun. It's like swimming's good. Swimming's healthy. Swimming's real healthy. And people tend to like to swim. Could play a tennis sport maybe. Go for a leisurely stroll. Go shopping maybe if you've got a nice mall. But if you aim to burn like 100 to 200 calories a day with sport machen, that will probably help too. But I would not rely on exercise as a way to slowly lose weight. The number one, the one job you have to, even if you just laid on your couch all day long, which you shouldn't, but even if you did that, you just laid on your couch all day long, even if you were to do that, as long as you undereat, you would just shed that weight. So it's the world's easiest solution. It's so uncomplicated. It doesn't require a PhD to solve, or an engineer. Doesn't require an engineer. Really doesn't even require a doctor. The solution's right in front of you. You just close your mouth and you got to stop eating. It's a willpower thing. It's really tough, huh? Okay, look at that beautiful radiant Mew, dude. So nice. Here's Mothman. 10,000 steps, dear Jesus. Here's Star Wars Galaxy Darth Vader has been brought down to 6. 10,000 steps. Here we are. I don't count steps. I don't like to do that. Kirsten and I will go on a nice walk because we feel like going on a walk, and we'll go somewhere nice. We like to walk in this. We have the state park right next to us. We've actually thought about buying like forestry, like a big chunk of land that's just blank, is unimproved, and then taking axes or chainsaws or something and working on the land by hand, and maybe like carving up a pathway, laying down rocks, gravel on the pathway, and making our own sort of like you know, build it by hand, make our own walkway so that we can go walking in our own land. Sort of like what the park does, but we do it ourselves and, you know, just makes us sweat a bunch, which would be the goal. Tons and tons of exercise. All right. What? I hope this message finds you well. My name is Ruby. I'm part of the global business development team at KU, a leading collectible card game based from China, known for our Little Pony card collection and Naruto series. I found your YouTube channel and I'm impressed. Also, I'm so delighted to find out that you have already shared our products from our company on your channel before. As we are embarking on global expansion, we're seeking to build meaningful partnerships with creators. Wow. Man, I get stuff like that all the time, but that actually looks like a real one. This might actually be somebody from KU saying they would like me to buy more KU product. If this potential collaboration aligns with your interests, please feel free to share your thoughts with me via email. Yeah, that might actually be a thing, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let me see. I don't know how much I like KU. KU's it's cheap, it's interesting. Oh, the jumbo pack. Jumbo pack. Jumbo pack time. All right, Isaac, you still here, Isaac? It's jumbo pack time, guys. Jumbo pack, baby. More ponies? Yeah, we're going to get some more ponies, man. All right. So, jumbo pack, jumbo pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only need 4 custom boosters. Each custom booster has 1 Pokemon card in it, or whatever card. It has a card in it, a collectible card. Each pack costs $40. 1 pack, additionally, has this card in it that I will trade for those booster packs. So there we have it. That's what a custom booster pack looks like, everybody. Did you miss my PayPal order sent for 2 Gary spots? Nice. I probably haven't gotten to it. We've had some really big orders. Let's just see what's in the queue real fast. Eddie Mendoza, 2 Gary spots. Jose Redondo, 2 Poke Shuffles. So that is what the queue looks like right after I'm done. Okay, guys, so this thing... Oh, this will end. He bought the last 2 spots. Oh, very exciting. So Gyarados is going off right after this. You know, it's funny. Gyarados really didn't need much help from the star spots. I think we only gave it 2 star spots, and then he just went off on his own. That's how I felt about him the whole time. I thought, this is a good card. How is this just not breaking? All right, give me a number. Just working, so I might temporarily disappear. Mr. Isaac, we're figuring out who pulls the booster pack right now, okay? Read big fella. Mr. Has Tyranitar gone? No, it hasn't. He's still available. That's a good one. I really like it. So Isaac says 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was pretty cool. You got to split the packs too. We let the audience split the packs and the names, the list, after shuffling in order for there to be true RNG, right? Like, I don't split the deck myself. You guys split the deck. I feel like that's the perfect system. Okay, you're not meant to know where any of the names are. There's only 4 names, so I hope I did that good enough. Now give me a number. Sometimes Mr. just has to glaze up a break card. 1, 2. I mean, it is a card worth glazing. Not all cards are glazable. There's some cards you can glaze all day long. Boom. That's a cold one for Miss Sarah. All right, so far so good, Isaac. Your odds are now 1 in 3. Victor. Ooh. Oh, it's 50%, Mr. Isaac. It could be you. It's you or the other person. I don't know who else. Oh, it's Andrew. What? Is it really Isaac? Whoa, look at that. Mr. Isaac, he pulled, wow, his first order, and he pulled it. And he guessed the split number. How scary is that? Guessing your own number. Wow. How about that? Okay, so the next step is we need to build these packs back up. I'm going to steal your card because I don't think you want it. Most people do not care. So I'm going to borrow that card from you. I didn't think it was going to end that way. I thought it would end with someone else pulling it, and then it'd be like pretty close. All right. So we'll flip this around. That is exactly how it works, Mr. Isaac. It's going to work the same way for Gyarados. Now, you have to consider, it's very fun when your name gets pulled, the majority of people miss and they lose out on $40. So if you continue to participate in breaks, be prepared for that to happen probably a lot because it will be painful. But you got lucky this time, so you get a special experience. That's very cool. Here goes. So see all these boosties? These are now yours. They add up to about $160. I know they add up to $160 because I did the math on them. I did the girl math. Ready? So we got this manga booster, this promo booster. The jumbo booster break is a really funny thing because it's like a whole bunch of random packs from different sets. So it's kind of like a demo platter, but it's pretty hard to snipe a big hit out of it, in my opinion. You have a better odds if you go into like one sealed booster box, because booster boxes tend to have sort of like a guaranteed hit after a certain number of packs. So when you just buy them one at a time and you buy a bunch one at a time, that's not guaranteed to happen, is it? It is. But you never know. There could be that one pack magic. Here is the solo leveling at $6. Now this is yours. I tossed this in to make sure you get something. This is the Blockbuster Mewtwo from a long time ago. It's a Topps card. Very cool. Okay, let's see. I did that with Nikke and got great results. That's not really a mystery graded slabs, but there are live customers Poke Shuffles where there's a chance to pull a slab. New here, is there any mystery graded slabs? Oh, I see what you're saying. Our mystery graded slabs is basically two products. One is called the Live Customs for $20. The other one's called the Poke Shuffle for $5. If you watch the stream or ask some questions, we can kind of explain it to you. It's not too complicated to explain. Poke Shuffle is a $5 chance at either a raw card, raw Pokemon card, or a slab. The card is just going to be a common card. So if you pull one of those, you're just losing $5, right? If you get lucky, you pull a slab out for $5. That's the goal with the Poke Shuffle. With the Live Customs, it's the same idea, but there's no shuffling involved. Poke Shuffle is always shuffle. Live Custom, no shuffles. We go in a row. We go straight in a row. You can count down to the next hit. So that is the Live Customs and the Poke Shuffle. All right, here goes. So, Mr. Isaac. Ready? So we've got this SSR of Naruto. Very cool. Well, I just got an email from the KU company, I'm pretty sure. We are. Ooh. Here's SpongeBob. Oh, Hip Hop. Patrick as a boba drink. Krabby Patty. Wacky Bucks. And Bikini Bottom Squidward. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Now we have Bleach. This is a Union Arena set. We were just talking about how Union Arena generally does not sell very well, and so that's why I've not stocked new sets. Bleach is a good set, but I'm not experimenting with too much with Union Arena. It looks like we just pull some hollows out of there. This is an interesting pack. This is kind of a pricey $10 pack. It's actually an amiibo, so you can scan it. See that? You can scan it with your video games. And so if you resell this, it has that value. So, and you can kind of see it in the card. Is on the back. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the card. There's kind of like this thicker part. That has to be where the thing is kept. You've got Wardell. What? He's a manatee, maybe? Manatee? Audi, the Fox, and Judy. How cute. All right. Only 3 cards in this pack. These are gradable, but they're also playable. You can play with them with your video games. Is YouTube the only platform for this? I do not do eBay Live. I started this on YouTube 6 years ago. I was the only person doing this on YouTube 6 years ago, and we've just stuck to it the whole time. Actually, when I started, there was no such thing as eBay Live. Here we are, Dragonite. All right, we go, ooh, Charizard. Let's go ahead and sleeve up this Charizard. Rawr. Okay, Charizard. Here's Hydreigon. Lovely Hydreigon. Tossing that. Here is solo leveling. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you got the solo leveling cards. Did you know we sell solo leveling booster packs? These are printed in Korea, and I got them from a Korean supplier. Okay, now we've got Veronica. Okay, just a holo coming out of this pack, so that was a cold one. That's sad. Ooh, now some of these pricier Pokemon packs. Cross your fingers, okay? Paldean Fates. This set is the Bubble Mew, right? Bubble Mew. We're going to pull Great Tusk. All right, Great Tusk. Okay. And here's Destined Rivals. Dark Art Box, kind of cool. Team Rocket Fartakuno. All right, all right. Okay. And now we've got 151. Oh, look at that. Picking up a Nidoking. That's actually nice. Okay, Nidoking popping out. Good. And I like this. Man, I do like this Aerodactyl. I might have to go buy a couple of those Aerodactyls. I like the way that looks. Okay. I bought a bunch of those Noctowls because I like the way the Noctowl looks too. Here's Rudiclus Golett. Oh, picking up another AR. Nice, dude. So you got Nidoking and Golett ARs. ARs, nowadays, ARs are like as good as a hit. People pay more for those sometimes. All right, and now we've got Tornadus, Purloin Tornadus, Double Tornadus. Such variety. Next up, we have the Lost Abyss. This set is crazy. Gives you a chance for Giratina. But it's just going to give you some cold ones. Why don't you take that nice guy? Yeah, let's take that Ninetales. Usersoft. This is for sale. This is like a girl card set with girls in it. And they show off their boobies sometimes. So here is Usersoft Bikini Girl. So we sell all kinds of sets, including sets where the purpose of the set is to just enjoy the male gaze, I suppose. Here we are. It's called waifu hunting. All right, and then finally, we've got, let's save the prismatic for last. It's the best thing. So here's Dragon Ball. I don't know if you watched that when you were younger, but Dragon Ball is still pretty relevant. Oh, you got kind of a nicer one. So that's an SR. Notice it's got this gold embossing on it, and it's textured. See that? So that's cool. So you can take a card like this and send it off to PSA and have them grade it for you. That's what we do. That's what you see in the background. Okay, this promo card had Hercules Kabuteramon. Dear God, dude. I should have just put that pack in there for free, man. Not even $1. All right, this could be like $1,000 pull right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, Houndour. Hey, not bad at all. Look at that Cottony and Larry skill popping out. Wow, a little Master Ball. Look, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. All right, and there you go. Those are all yours now. You have like a bag, dude. By the way, you're pretty new. Let me explain how shipping works too. So on this channel, we do not automatically ship your cards. Your cards stay over here until you pay for a round of shipping. Why do we do it that way? Because a lot of people just leave their stuff over here for a while. They ship out later. So, you know, if I was to show you, like, look, here's Sarah Dusenberry. She's got her stuff right here. See that nice little stack? So her stuff will be kept there until the day that she... Oh yeah, the phone's a little warm. It's really not that bad. Okay, so it was getting really hot with the other software. That's interesting. So as I was saying, your stuff stays with me until the day you purchase shipping. Shipping is $9. If you're paying on PayPal, all I got to do is log into PayPal and I'll find your information in there to ship. If you're paying any other way, you got to email me, TheCardconomist@gmail.com. You'll see the email at the top of the description in the payment area. You got to email me your shipping information, okay? So that's what happens. That's how it works. Very easy, actually. $9 to ship anywhere in the United States. Now, if you're international, it costs more. We calculate it. But in the United States, it's $9 flat shipping. You could have 50 pounds of cards, and it would still be $9. So we do flat shipping in the United States. Some people do take advantage of that. Jennifer Yatt was an example. Where's Jennifer? I haven't seen her in a while. I miss Jen. We are. Maybe she's taking a little break. People do that, you know, they take breaks. All right. Okay, that works. Yeah, so watch this, Isaac. So I'm going to write. You might have seen me do this already. Oops. Isaac. Thomas. 825. So this tells me when the bag was started. You're allowed to keep the bag over here for 1 year. So this bag is expired on 8/26. Don't let it expire, because if you do, I'm assuming you're donating it to me because you like me so much. And this is now going to be stored with other bags that begin with the letter I. So that is how it works. And there we go. I've placed you into the I box, and it's all good now. Bazoinks. So now you got a baggie, and you know it's $9 to ship it out. And if you paid any other way than PayPal, you got to email me your shipping address so that I have it. Also, if you are using PayPal, make sure that shipping address is up to date, okay? If it's an old shipping address, you're going to be sad because I'm going to ship it to it. All right. Giovanni's Gyarados is done, guys. You ready? Oh, yeah. Mr. Eddie Mendoza getting us all set up here. So this is a slab break, Mr. Isaac. Your odds in this are 1 in 13. Ouch. That means a lot of people are about to miss. All right. A lot of people are about to miss. You're about to watch 13 people, or somewhere in the range of 13. You're about to watch a bunch of people lose $40, and then one very, very lucky guy is going to walk away with this Giovanni's Gyarados for 40 bucks. Okay, we need this. That's all we need. And we need 13 of these. Sent you a message on Instagram. Can't get on my Discord. Really? Freaking Discord? Under request, probably? Okay, I see Isai contacted me as well. Let's see. All right, I see what you're saying. I said this. Okay, so you're saying you received clay doll. You're saying you're missing the clay doll. Oof. And remind me, Luke, are you international? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was more than 2. Ah, see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Let's set this up here. No star card. Not in this one. See how that's a black star? It means he receives star spots, but he does not hand one out. Yes. So this is an extra tough break. Let's see. And now we need the bag. Let's get this baggie down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, those add up. Good. Good luck in there, guys. All right. Luke Glory, you're domestic. It's another guy who has a very similar name. He's international. So, Luke Glory, let me print you a fresh label right now. I really appreciate you reaching out about that. Luke, I actually think I know what went wrong. So, I believe I held back a round of slabs that was supposed to go to Alexis. You know, like slab sales for the days. I think I accidentally left a round of those upstairs. Oops. And so I was kind of anticipating a couple people mentioning that maybe they didn't get their slab. The thing is, I couldn't remember if that was, like, if I took them down late or not. All right, here we are. I saw them and I said, isn't this from yesterday? And I wasn't very sure about it, but I had a feeling like it was. And so you're coming in and saying that there should have been a clay doll. Now I'm feeling like probably it was a day late. Does that make sense to you? Let me explain what happens. So I sell slabs, right? I'm upstairs. Alexis is downstairs. She does the shipping. So all the slabs have to be brought downstairs to her. Well, if you forget to bring Tuesday slabs down and she shows up on Wednesday, she doesn't have the Tuesday slabs then. So, oops. That does happen. I've done that before. Might have happened. It might have just recently happened. I might have just done that. All right. So there we go. All right. So I got your fresh label, Mr. Luke. And so assuming your slab is down there, and I think it probably is, she's going to find it and get it shipped for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. Anyone see the video about the scammer that scammed Pokevault and Shiny Vert? Oh, yeah. So they were just talking about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Not going to get away with it. People think that, you know, chargebacks like this easy money thing. It's not. It is not. The banks don't allow it. It's fraud. Fraudulent chargeback. It is fraud. Here we are. It's essentially theft. And I hope those guys go after him and recuperate some of their losses. And it shouldn't be tolerated. Here it is. It's not a buyer versus seller situation. It's just an honesty situation. You got to be honest. All right, you ready? You ever had any dealings with that guy? Who? I don't know. Here we are. All right. Whoa, I see the sun coming up. It's 5:36. It's 5:36. Oh my God, we're out of time. All right, give me a number, guys. Oh, we did the names first. That's odd. The sun is coming up. I got to wrap it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you for the number, Mr. Isaac. So Isaac got to split the names. How fun is that? All right, now we got to shuffle these up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And there it is. Now, somebody in the audience, give me a number. It burns. Ah! It means I got to go to bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there it is. So we have our double split. And now let's find out who pulls Gyarados tonight. Victor Kokiko. Ooh, striking out. Here's Philip Adornato. That might be it. Philip Adornato. Now, keep in mind, don't celebrate quite yet, Philip. We have to open all the packs. They have to line up. There has to be 13 over here and 13 over here. If there's ever a miscount, we got to run it again, okay? I do that warning because I've messed that up before, okay? There's Grant. Here's Garrett. Here's Miss 6, who we love. She's been very nice to us. Here's Mr. Eddie, who has had a little bit of tough luck. Sorry, Eddie. William. Andrew. Eddie. Nathan. Justin. It's looking good. It's looking like it lines up. Chris Abruzzo. Boom. Sarah Dusenberry. All right. So that is it. Philip's having a lucky day today. I can't even remember if he bought directly into this. Did he buy into this, or was that a star spot? We need to start indicating the star spots again. I don't do that always. All right. Don't rush, mister. I'm not rushing. There you go. All right. So you just watched that again. So take a look at this, Isaac. This beautiful Gyarados from 1999, vintage Gyarados. Philip just pulled that for $40. How nice is that? Everyone else, though, pulled a common Pokemon card, which they're not too pleased about. They're like, dang it. And if you have too many of those dang it moments, it starts to really burn a little bit. But, you know, that's why I say just do it for fun. Don't do it in a serious way. Don't do it like it's to make money. Do it for fun. Do it for entertainment. But keep in mind, it's not a way to make money. Breaks are not a way to make money. There it is. I like to say that kind of stuff. I like to warn you guys. So you stay clear-headed about it. Make sure you're paying your bills, taking care of your credit cards, taking care of your spouse, taking care of your kids. There you go. This is just entertainment. It's just for fun. There it is. All right. Very nice. So that is the Gyarados break completed. And what that really means, we're about ready for a new break. We are about ready for a new break. We got a lot of fancy slabs for breaks. So I got fancy break slabs for days. All over the place. Ooh, also that means we get to pick a new star break slab. So a new slab. There you go. Some modern, perhaps. F them kids. Okay, well, that was a vintage card. I'd like to get a new vintage card up here. But now we have to pick the oldest slab on the table and assign it to become the star card. So what is the oldest card on the table? Not James. He is getting older, though. Star Wars is a little bit old. This is brand new. The Heartbreak's getting kind of old. This is pretty new. It might be Blackbeard. There's Cloud. Blackbeard. Star Spot. The Mega Break. Not going to help the Mega Break. Mega Break will go off on its own. Not the waifu. She's brand new. Oh my gosh. I think it is actually this guy. All right. So the only problem here is not everybody wants to collect One Piece. So we're going to have a buy back option, I think. I really don't want to buy him back, though, because I don't collect One Piece either. And he has performed poorly. Any box giveaways? There might be a box giveaway. Here, let's grab this. Let me think it over. We might stick the star spot onto a Pokemon card because, you know, most of these breaks going off are Pokemon. So it feels kind of weird forcing you guys into a non-Pokemon card, especially one that's so large. 17 spots takes a while, but then again, you know, it's got to finish one day. So I gotta have like a policy on that. I mean, maybe we just go for it. All right, so let's find out who gets this giveaway. We're not done with the stream. Don't go anywhere. We are not done. But we got kickback videos. Kickback. Number 5, which belongs to Nathan Gordon. Nathan Gordon. Number 6, which goes to Shinobi. Vicky Main. Number 8, which goes to Lord Pop-Tart. I'm going to slip Alexis in here. I'm going to help her. She needs some Pokemon. All right. Isaac. He's going on. Isaac. With an M. Okay. Tammy made it on the natural way. How about that, Tammy? Nightbot loves you. Here's Clued. Okay. Good RNG. All right, so that's up to 13. Number 14 is Winston Lee. 14, Winston Lee. Don't forget that for me. 14 is Winston Lee. Then Aovic on 15. Then Austin on 16. Big fella. Ooh, I better give it a chance to catch up. There goes. Then Andy Man on 18. Wait, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then number 19, Modern R6. And 20, Saved by Grace. You ready? Landing on 2. It doesn't even matter. It's going to Sarah. Yay for Sarah! Sarah Dusenberry is the number 1 customer, I think. I think she decided to go very deep when One Piece PRB02 came out. She is the big customer. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Sarah, unassuming Sarah. I didn't think that you would be the number 1 customer. I didn't think that was going to happen. All right, let's see what Sarah pulls. There we go. All right. She gets a whole booster box. I tossed her on the giveaway because she was buying, like, everything tonight. And you got to appreciate that, you know, because without her, we don't have a show. Without Sarah, we don't have a show. People, when they open cards, that is the show. Sarah went deep. There we are. Mr. William Henry went deep. Isaac did his first order. Mr. Eddie got the Gyarados to go off, but unfortunately did not pull the Gyarados. I wouldn't have minded if he pulled it. I think that would have been cool. So I appreciate all you guys. You guys treat me very nice. There we are. All right. And this is for Sarah. She's probably asleep now. I think she's asleep. Let's pull her a Bubble Mew if we can. All right. So Bubble Mew. This set has Charizard as well. Don't forget that. Charizard set. All right. Speaking of which, we got a nice little Charizard card popping out right here. I want to talk about Mark Valerian. Notice that the giveaway, the keyword was Mark for the giveaway. That's because Mark Valerian was the person who gave this box away. I actually didn't give it away. He gave it away. So that guy, along with a couple others, became extremely generous this month. In fact, Mark Valerian gave away $1,031 this month. What? I think that's the single largest amount simply donated in ever, like in the last 6 years. So he just went like really deep. And we got a recording of it. We got this list now. And then Tyler did 450. And then LaFlame did 485, which is unusually generous too. He actually just gave away $200 of cash to the audience. Here we are. Oh, I like this Slowbro. Does anyone notice this Slowbro is actually a Shinji Kanda card? I noticed it. Oh, a double Slowbro, huh? Look at that. It's not bad. Okay. Okay. Here's Noivern. Yay, maybe. All right, it's a Noivern box. Does anyone really like Noivern? I do not like him. I do not. Give me Golbat over Noivern. Here's this guy who turns into Arctobax or something like that. Tyranitar wannabe. Never gonna be as good. It's just not gonna be a thing. I like this Alakazam. Look at that Alakazam, dude. Man, those Gen 1 Pokemon are cool as hell. I like those weird folded arms and the spoons in the wrong directions. It's very sort of like, whoa. Okay, a lot going on in that image. Here's a Skeledirge. He's definitely a Skeledirge. And here is one more shiny. Oh, the Wooper. That's the Paldean Wooper. Very cute. Okay, Paldean Wooper it is. That YouTuber gave away more, but generous nonetheless. Nogala. Oh, good point. Yeah, Nogala. That was a long time ago, though. Maybe that's why. Let me think about it. You know what it was? My brain initially thought of him as somebody who was buying all those cards for himself. But after he bought all those cards, he then decided to give it away afterwards. So you're right. You're right. Nogala's been very good to us. That was a while ago, man. I wish he'd stop in, say hi sometime. Maybe he will if we hit 100,000. I don't know. I graded a bunch of cards for him. I wonder if he kept any of them. I hope he did. There we are. All right. He blessed us with his presence. Okay. With his Nogala-ness. Okay. He collected for a while. I wonder if he's still into it because, you know, if he went real deep and maybe overspent and, you know, when you first get into Pokemon cards, you don't tend to make money. You tend to lose money. But if you bought a bunch and you stayed in for a long time, in the long run, those cards go up in value, and then you're okay. That's the formula so far, right? And so I hope he stayed in. I hope he didn't sell too much of his stuff. There might have been a temptation to sell, you know. I think everyone had that temptation. A cool box, man. Paldean Wooper is awesome. Noivern's okay. I love this Slowbro, though. I really do. And then another nice Slowbro. And then Charizard's decent. He'll always be decent. One day that card will be expensive, and you'll be shocked. You'll be like, that card? That's expensive? And people will be like, uh-huh. He's still kind of into it. There are still some packs he opens. Oh, nice. I love to hear that. Okay, so Miss Sarah Dusenberry, she's probably asleep, but she is the winner of the box, and we are. We gave her a free spot tonight when she went super, super, super deep, and it actually turned into something. How nice. Okay, no, my name's Borat. They're nice. I buy Clock Radio he cannot afford. Great success. All right, so Jose Arredondo has 2 Poke Shuffles. Jose Arredondo, we got to take care of that. We can't leave him hanging. For tomorrow's stream, we are going to have to find a new vintage slab to pop up there as a break. 2 gold ones. That was an example of the Poke Shuffle. Notice he pulled these 2 cards. These are his now, but I'm going to put them right here. Unless he asks for them. If he asks for them, I'm going to put it in his bag. I just kind of assume most people donate it back. We also have Lucas Lange with 2 Poke Shuffles. I can service that. What time is this? 5:50. It's over, guys. Don't send in any more orders. It's over. We're out of time. Lucas Lange. 2 cold ones. Oh, that sucks, man. All right, so 2 guys pulled 2 cold cards. 1 Raw Shuffle. Raw Shuffle works kind of like the Poke Shuffle, but it's ungraded cards. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one's a fat one, whatever that is. There we go. What do we have here? We've got... Oh, this is a nice one, isn't it? Oh, yeah, getting a Greninja. All right, cool, man. So there's your Greninja, but also you got Froakie and the middle evolution that no one cares about. Okay, so there's your Raw Shuffle. Lucas Lange. Not to be confused with Luke Laurie. There's Luke Laurie, who we're not to confuse you with. Did you guys know that there's this high-quality Flareon PSA 9 Jungle Slab for sale? This is also a gym break. I can't service that tonight if you wanted to jump into it, but we will be working on those tomorrow, of course. So keep it on your mind if you want a chance for a graded Nintendo game pack. Did you need a new bag? $40 card, by the way. Nice. He opened Destined 3 months ago. Oh, that's good. Can you top loader the Greninja? The rule for the top loaders is that they cost $1. If a card costs over $200, we top loader it for free. So those are the rule on the top loaders in this situation, okay? I'm not trying to be stingy because it's just $1, but it all adds up. It really does. I'm not exaggerating. It gets really expensive if we put every $20 card or whatever. He doesn't cost 200, right? I'm not sure if he would have, but this guy's not going for 200, right? But if we top loaded every card at every request, it would become very bad. So I like to tell people no sometimes because it tells everyone else I'm gonna say no if you ask. We are. We used to not do top loaders. We did no top loaders for like the first 5 years. Actually, I think it's longer than 5 years, more like 5.5 years, no top loaders at all. And that's how I store my own cards. I do not put them in top loaders. I put them into bags just like this. That's exactly how I store my cards. But I did it because I wanted to make sure that you guys felt some sort of sense of safety on the cards, and that was it. There goes. I have a bag. Oh, dang it. Where is it? Why didn't I run into it right away? Lindsay. Lake of Rage. Luke. Just a guy named Luke. I've got a bag. All right, let's pull this whole box up. The L's can be difficult to sift through because they sit all the way in the back. Here's a Lewis Laura. Oops. Which maybe that's not appropriate these days because, you know, the L boxes are pretty busy. It's the E boxes that are not very busy. Let's try this again. This is the one we just created, right? Oh, no, this is not the one we just created. This is it. I found it. Okay, Lucas Lange. Lucas Lange. Whew. It was actually in the front. Weird. How did I miss it? Okay, let's just combine them now. So here's from before. Oh, you had a golden ogre pawn. That's so interesting. 40 to 50 raw. I have a bag. All right, let's toss this over here. Good. Not literally toss. Martin Ramirez, for Destined Rival with credit. Martin Ramirez. Okay. Oh, wow. You got to store credit, man. What? I don't remember that at all. All right, for Destined Rivals is $48. Okay, 67 remains. Is that right? Wild how cheap AUD is. Well, you know, the yen is kind of the same way. You can buy a lot of stuff with it's just the conversion rates. It's just conversion rates. There you go. Okay. So let's go get those 4 of these. Ta-da. All right. Very good. The real question is, how did it get to that point, you know? Very nice. And it tends to be something like a trade deficit, or maybe government's borrowing too much money. Maybe it's printing too much money. There we go. All right, what we got? We got Full Mantis, Hydrapple. It could also have to do with other complex things like whether or not the currency is in demand. So are other people demanding that currency for investment? Here's Spied Ups. Ooh. So if the interest rates on the AUD is low, meaning that you can't really make money loaning it out to people, then investors don't want to own any AUD. They go, we don't want that. You can't make any money on it. There we go. All right. 1 Spied Ups. Okay. Before you leave, how do you feel about how normalized gambling has become? When I was young, it was illegal to commercially advertise gambling, but now it's everywhere. Yeah, where does it all go is my question, Mr. Ding Ding. Like, do you think one day loot boxes will be banned? Because that's what it is. It's a loot box. Loot boxes is a slot machine with toys in it. It's not money for money. It's money for toys. That's the loophole. That's what makes it legal. It's not money for money. It's money for toys. And it is RNG mechanics. But it's a slot machine, right? A booster pack is a slot. This is a slot machine. But it really, it's a toy. But it's so weird because the cards inside have such a well-versed value to them that is very much like a slot machine, isn't it? This is so liquid these days. It's like actually just gambling. And so it's a gray line, I suppose. But look, if people don't like it, if they think it's bad, 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 go outlaw it, you know? So that's what happens next. You outlaw it. Go vote. Call your congressman, your senator, say, hey, see all these guys opening Pokemon packs? I can't stand it. Dear Senator, I'm tired of these kids opening Pokemon cards. Please ban. You could be like, you could make a real argument. You could say like, well, you know, this is gambling. It's gotten out of hand. It's hurting people, blah, 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 blah. And maybe they would write up some law. Or maybe they would tax it differently. Maybe the tax should be higher on Pokemon cards because it's considered a vice, you know, like smoking. But yeah, it's the latest thing. So usually by the time a law like that is written, there has to be some seriously bad thing has to happen. You know, like some landmark lawsuit. I don't know. And then, you know, laws start to get written. But we're just not there. So I think loot box style toys are on the way, just like Labubu. You're going to see more Labubus. You're going to see Labubus. You're going to see Stinky Poo-Poos. You're going to see your mama's Yoo-Hoo. So a lot of toys like that are coming. That's what I would predict as a business type man who likes to talk money. I would not think that Labubu is the last one. It's going to be another one soon. Lucas Lange, tag grading on the Gray Ninja. You got it, man. Lucas Lange. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more copycats because it's an immediate success to sell toys as a slot machine. That's effectively what it all is. And so, you know, if you have to ask me why I enjoyed Pokemon cards so much as a kid, has anyone considered you enjoyed it so much because it was gambling? You were getting to gamble as a kid. Like Kid Beer, beer for kids. You guys ever watch that skit? Look it up, Kid Beer. Guys, I just came up with $1 million idea. What is it? Kid Beer. Beer for kids. So they came up with Kid Beer. That's what Pokemon did. It's Kid Beer. And it's working. They're making a money. They are making the money. You can ban it. It's up to you, you know. We allow some gambling. It's like, it's a difficult thing because for some people, they get really out of control. Other people are not out of control. They just want to have fun. And you're going to ban this thing from normal people who are not out of control because some other people are out of control. Kind of like alcohol too, right? Some people really do just drink moderately. You know, I've seen like 100-year-olds that drink a glass of wine and they just socialize with friends and drink a glass of wine, feel calm over it. Then you got other people who drink until their liver goes bad. Maybe we should ban alcohol. That's a tough conversation. It's a really interesting conversation. Should we or shouldn't we? It's sort of like saying, see these guys over here who are essentially screw-ups? They can't stop drinking alcohol. So now no one gets alcohol. None of you guys get alcohol because of these guys over here. Enjoy yourselves. And so that's kind of how I view all vices, including gambling. You could just ban it. I mean, you could ban cakes and cookies. Those make you fat. There's no usefulness to them. There's nothing interesting or good about them. They just taste good. It's a vice. Cakes and cookies are a vice. So you just ban it all until we have zero vices in our lives and we can all go to work and then go home and fold our bed sheets and then kill ourselves. You know, yeah, I don't know. I feel like most humans have some sort of vice. And you almost have to have something because if you don't, you will just literally go crazy in this world. And it only becomes a vice because you do it too much, because you're out of control. You don't have enough self-control. But you have to have some sort of pleasure in your life. And people have different pleasures, some healthier or better than others, but everyone has some sort of pleasure in their life. And gambling is a pleasure. It's just a fun little thing you do where you lose money, where the house makes money and you lose. But, you know, the real way gambling works, Bob puts in $40, Bill puts in $40. The house takes 15 of that, maybe 20, and then Bill walks away with the $60. So he goes, oh, I did good. You know, so that's the real way gambling works. And, you know, yeah, so you can ban it. You can ban it. Let's see. Time is pregnant with the past. Well, Mike's side's getting really philosophical. How do you feel about only the government being allowed to sell alcohol? Ugh, that sounds awful. Only the government can sell alcohol? That sounds like an atrocity. Let's see. Read the last message, says Clued. He says, I think you did the wrong price on the Destined Rivals. Oh, did I, was it $11? You know, I wrote it down, and I was waiting for someone to say something, because I didn't want to look it up, because I couldn't remember if it was 11 or 12. So if it is 11, then this goes back up to 71. Sorry about that, man. Appreciate you. There you go. Everything's recorded. That's the nice thing. So you can always watch that and be like, wait a second. All right. But I think I said out loud $12. Did I say 48? I think I was saying stuff out loud because I was hoping someone would be like, that doesn't sound right. All right. Why do we even have an option for organic or conventional, aka pesticide-ridden produce? Isn't it all made organic and you make it? What are you talking? You're talking about organic food? Give me that good GMO non-organic food. I'm ready for colon cancer. Guys, great conversations. I really enjoyed just talking, not just that we collect cards or open. I like having things to think about because there's a pleasure to talking, I think. It's very leisurely. Maybe it's a good habit rather than a vice. I don't know. The stream is very late. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm actually 30 minutes late. Have a nice day, guys. I will see you for the Thursday stream. I don't like to miss Thursday streams. I hate it. So you can very well expect me to be there. Thursdays are important. It's Friday, technically. Yeah, people start spending their Friday paycheck on Thursday. Did you know that? So Thursdays are a big deal. I'll see you there, and we'll pick a new break. Thank you, everyone. How do I turn this off? I haven't turned off YouTube app in a while. Is it this X? Are you sure you want to stop streaming?